Hello and welcome, Reds, to another episode of Matchday Live. Do apologise, Reds. It was a slight bit early, slight bit late. Anyway, just tinkering, a couple of new additions to the show. Hopefully, trying to build on what we done last year. A little bit of a tactics board or just a match analysis, really, and we can have a little gauge in the formation of both sides and how both teams will very much set up this afternoon. Reds, if you are watching for the first time on Anfield Index, welcome. I'm your host, Jack McIndoe. I'll be taking you through all the matchday commentary as Liverpool will be travelling to, of course, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's like an absolute spaceship, that new ground. One of the best facilities in the Premier League, and if not, European football, of course. The longest bar in world football. I've not been, but from the great reviews from everyone as well, it seems fantastic, and there's a couple of the videos as well anyway. The one thing that Tottenham will be hoping in the next couple of seasons, and whole point of building a stadium of that structure, is of course becoming one of the biggest powerhouses in European football and start to win, very much winning trophies. Last year was a successful season with regards to winning trophies for Tottenham last season. Of course, that cannot be very said for their recent history over the last 20 years. But of course, Tottenham were very big in the 70s and 80s as well, winning a couple of trophies along the way anyway. And if you grew up watching that generation of Tottenham anyway, they were a very good side. And of course, Pochettino's great side obviously did depart Tottenham a very long time ago. Well, I personally felt he went a bit too early. I think if Daniel Levy and the infrastructure of Tottenham certainly did give him a bit more backing, a bit more funding as well. I don't think they were that far off, at least challenging for a consistent top 2, top 3 place every single season as well, Reds. But how are we? Obviously Saturday afternoon, of course. Liverpool looking, hoping, and fingers crossed Liverpool can get all 3 points this afternoon, of course. Liverpool liked this fixture last season, didn't we, Reds? Of course, winning 6-3 away from home in obviously this fixture last year, a big 6-3 win, and then obviously the home game was a 5-1 win at Anfield. So yeah, of course, obviously new manager Thomas Frank at the helm now, of course. Obviously two sides that are very much coming to this season with big expectations. We know what we done last year. We wanted to build on what we were doing, new signings and all that. It hasn't quite worked out anyway. But I think that as we spoke on the watch-alongs this season, I think the later this season does go on, I think Liverpool will certainly grow into a lot more momentum and very much when you got Veert, you got Ekitike, of course. Ekitike's Hugo's absolutely banging him in recent weeks as well. So he's adapted much quicker than certain of his players in this side. But that doesn't mean that the other lads won't certainly kick into gear the later we go into the season. That's the perfect time for any football club, most importantly Liverpool, of course. Liverpool in the 70s, 80s and certainly over the last 10-year period under Jurgen Klopp, and certainly last year under the guidance of Arne Slot as well. So yeah, we know what to do. Just got to keep in the top 3, top 4, see what happens anyway. Keep the squad as fit and healthy as we possibly can, and if we can have a good sustained challenge in European football, that's it's going to be absolutely fantastic for Liverpool, of course. Anything can happen in football, Reds, of course. We know we are a million miles off in terms of the points deficit, really. Of course, to Manchester City, they are currently winning. I think before we come on air, they were winning. It was 2-0, probably like 3-4, 5-0 anyway. They're playing West Ham, so it would fully expect them to wipe the floor with them, the Hammers anyway. But we just got to focus on ourselves, Reds. Especially against a Tottenham side that is full of quality. I do say quality because for me, we'll speak about the start 11 as well. We'll get into them in a little second. You can probably see on the video printer from Liverpool in a little second. Liverpool start 11. We'll get straight into that now. Alisson Becker, Kirkes, Virgil van Dijk, Kanate, Bradley, Dominic Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Jones, McAllister, Wirtz, and leading the line for Liverpool off the back of a double brace, as we just said at the top of the show. He's doing really well, and let's hope we can get another brace today. Hugo Ekitike, yeah, he's doing not too bad really, isn't he? And I think I don't know if you've caught the little VT, the videos that he done on YouTube. the interview, great interview as well that he done in terms of it. I always like those type of interviews, really. Just obviously footballers, we all know the human beings, of course, but I think because we watch them on telly and they earn millions as well, but they are human beings, and it's great to see that side of footballers, not just Hugo, but he seems like an absolute top lad and a good laugh as well, most importantly. That's what you want really with Liverpool. Of course, helps when you're scoring goals in front of the Kop and all that, but I think we've got a very special footballer and a special human being as well. That's been a part and parcel of what Liverpool, of course, bringing in high caliber players, making them better. But I think one of the biggest reasons, off the back of obviously Jurgen Klopp instilled at the club, got us back up to where we were. Of course, done really well under Bill and Bob. But I think Jurgen bringing that type of maturity to the club as well in regards to the type of calibre of players coming in. It's all well and good. You've got to have the right attitude as well, on and off the pitch as well. So I think we're very blessed, and hopefully we get a couple more interviews like that, because it was a fantastic. Do apologise, I forgot the lady's name anyway that done the interview, but a fantastic interview might that be had as well. Reds, but yeah, how are we? As we say, City top, are they, Mister? Yeah, yeah, the pressure's on Arsenal. I know we're focusing on ourselves as well, Mister, but big up there, chat. And yes, it's be the last time I do see you. I think I might be joining Gags, not 100%. I'll message Gags in a sec. I think I am anyway. But if not, Reds is the last time I will see you. I think it will be before Crimbo. So if I don't, hope you have a lovely Christmas. I'll say that at the end anyway. We'll round off anyway. But Reds, hope you're all well, getting all prezzies and all that. And most importantly, spending it with your family and friends, most importantly, and the people close to you as well. But big up there, Everest. Big up Jack and chat. Will be helpful if I found my glasses. Yeah. Don't worry, I wasn't running around for 20 minutes looking for my glasses. Usually that is the case anyway, but yeah, that's they're not on my head. Don't want they? They are now. There we go, Everest. Big up there, buds. Big up Jack and chat. How are we, mate? Chat, how are we? What have you been up to this Saturday afternoon as well, or Sunday morning, wherever you're watching or listening to Anfield Index as well. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button down below as well. And chat, of course, as the Christmas festive period is certainly already kicked off as well. Make sure you do head over to the Etsy store. Of course, 20 times, if you didn't know. Yeah, there you go. 20 times, yeah. We'll be saying that until the end of the May. It doesn't matter if we don't win the league, but yeah, you get the gist. But yeah, head over to the Etsy store for obviously Anfield Index. All the links are in the description as well. Plenty of great LFC content. A couple of very good stock and fillers, of course, to pictures, colouring books, to cups, to absolutely the lot, really. So anything Liverpool related, LFC, head over to the Etsy store, search Anfield Index and get involved, and it goes a long way in terms of supporting everything we do over here at Anfield Index in every corner as well. So Reds, get involved with that. If you've got a couple of bits and bobs before Crimbo, get them in as well. You can find the links in the description as well. But yeah, Reds, I'm confident. I think certainly, I think we look and analyse certainly Liverpool's results over the last couple of weeks as well. I think the main thing for Liverpool is, I think for me personally, I want to gauge what you all think as well, Reds, is Liverpool's ability to now, over the touchwood, hopefully we continue doing that, so is the ability to convert a lot of our chances. We were doing that at the beginning of the year. I don't remember the first 5 games in the league season, and then the weeks and months that certainly did follow. It felt like an eternity that Liverpool were just doing silly errors, a lot of silly errors at the back anyway, and then very much not putting the ball in the back of the net, which is the most fundamental principle. And if you're leaving yourself really struggling to win games of football. But over the last couple of weeks, hopefully we've got a bit of our luck going our way, and I think. But we create your own luck. We've started to run a lot more. We've started to win second balls, second and third transitions as well. It's so important. Even if you are playing bad, as long as you are winning your second and third balls, but it's about, if you're having a shot, get that rebound, get the second transition, get another shot on, get a corner or whatever. But that's something you can certainly not. You can't mention. Obviously, Dominic Szoboszlai's chat everyone's player of the season so far, if the season wants to finish as well. Good to see Dom back in the starting 11. I think there was, not just for me, but for a lot of Liverpool fans, there was big concern coming in, not just to this game, but there was reports, speculation was rife over the last week as well. It was great to listen to Arne over the last 24 hours, just putting to bed all the speculation and rumours. There was reports like last week that you looked like after the game could be out for until January, and everyone was looking at some football apps and all that. But yeah, listen to the gaffer, and thankfully, because if he was injured, I think Liverpool would certainly have struggled, especially given the absence, of course, to Mohamed Salah. And good luck to everyone, not just Mo, but all the lads that are going to the African Cup of Nations as well. Fingers crossed all of them do well. It's always great that part of the world as well deserves so much love and admiration. There's so much talented footballers as well. Just really does me head in the way in which obviously the disrespect that Salah still gets in terms of the voting. We know him, we love Mo to bits, and hopefully Mo does win the African Cup of Nations for his beloved Egypt anyway. But Reds, keep on getting your comments in the comment section below as well. Let us know your thoughts, get your score predictions in. We got the score prediction right last week, didn't we? I said 2-3-0 really, and it was one of them really as well. Gentlemen, big up there to Sheen. How are we, buds? Hope you're well and chat. And anyone celebrating any festival periods or holiday periods as well, have a fantastic month indeed, or January as well, going into that as well. But how are we, buds? Getting to head off tomorrow morning. Happy days there, mate. Safe travels, mate, and obviously all the best to you and your family, buds. Got my two happy days there, Steve. Sorted la. Happy days, mate. Tell you, the new kits this season, we can certainly afford a couple more £100 million players. Hopefully, come round to January anyway. But Adidas have absolutely smashed it. I'm guessing next year's, not to jump ahead of ourselves, but I'm pretty sure that there'll be good reading, to say the least, for the money men at Liverpool anyway. And hopefully that's it's always great if Liverpool winning trophies as well. It's always nice to have a very good kit. But welcome home, Adidas. For me, they always are my favourite. Obviously, manufacturers as well. Really having that Adidas badge. There's always some class kits down the years as well. Big up there to Sheen, 4-1 for me. Isaac goal off the bench as well. Yeah, we just need to go there today, Reds, as well. As long as we're doing what we've done against, obviously, the other lads as well in recent weeks. Liverpool have turned, hopefully, over a new leaf in regards to, obviously, the results in recent weeks. But I think when we go into the fixture, chocker, it's absolutely chocker-blocker. Of course, we've got Leeds again. Feels like we played Leeds only last week, but of course, that was on the 6th of December, but we're playing Leeds on the 1st of January, the start of the new year, and hopefully it's the start of a very successful year for the mighty Liverpool as well. But of course, after this game, we've got Wolves at home, which they're an absolute mess anyway. But I think just focusing on today, I think a big win against Tottenham away from home. Yes, we've done the double over them last year, but nothing's a given in football, as we all know. So, yes, City have won. Chaz, anyone know? Let's quickly check that. Did Erling Haaland get us a third? Obviously, you got a goal and an assist for the second goal. Let's have a quick look anyway. But in terms of Liverpool's results anyway, a big win against Brighton. And I say a big win, it's huge, really, considering Brighton, yes, the change in no De Zerbi, and obviously there's been a lot of change. Obviously, no Caicedo, no McAllister. They've had a lot of big changes in terms of the infrastructure of that football club, but even still, look at the likes of Belieber, and obviously Danny Welbeck's done well this season, but obviously he was starting off the bench, but they've still got a lot of quality in that side. And when they've always come to Anfield, they've always caused Liverpool an issue, regardless of whoever the manager is. But yeah, it's and obviously the win against Inter Milan as well, a huge win in the San Siro, of course. I know everyone chats, I know when we were watching the game and when we were analysing it as well and spoke to Gags after the final whistle, you want to be very... I was a midweek game, and when I spoke to you anyway on the midweek, it was on the post-match, it was of course you want to be seeing a bit more improved performances, and I think we certainly, hopefully, will get that today. More control and more more swagger to our game, but I think that will certainly eventually fully come in the next couple of weeks, especially the December, January and February periods. That's when we know us and City, this is where we kick on and build and build for momentum as well. So games are coming thick and fast. Just got to keep our heads up and keep on trying. But we'll put 4 or 5 on the bounce together, and I think we can catch Arsenal and then beat them. Can't use it's Erling Haaland, Mr. in chat. He's an absolute robot, isn't he? Phenomenal footballer. Sadly, he doesn't play for us anyway, but we're chock-a-block with the strikers at the minute anyway. But yeah, I do think he eventually will end up at Real Madrid or Barcelona in a couple of years' time, especially if Pep Guardiola does depart Manchester City. Hopefully he does depart. Stops them from winning trophies. That would be nice. But yeah, then Arteta would have no excuses. He's got no Klopp. He's got no Pep Guardiola as well. So yeah, probably buy more centre-halves as well. And, stick them up front. But it's Liverpool Tottenham anyway. But chat, how are we, Steve? Yeah, Steve's going with 3-2. Big up there, Storm. How are we, fella? And big up there, chat. Right. Do apologise, chat. Hopefully this should work. Little... chat, if there's any improvements, I know chat, you know me, always wanting to improve the watch-alongs as well. So chat, if there's any additions that you'd like to see in terms of me incorporating to the structure of the show and the flow and anything, really do get involved in the comments, and certainly I'll try a bit more creativity to the show as well. Please do let us know. Always looking to improve as always, Ed, so do let us know anyway, and hopefully this has worked. There we go. So chat, hopefully just let us know if that is. Give me 1 second. So this is obviously how both sides do line up this afternoon, of course. You can see from the bench, but we'll go straight in obviously to Tottenham team anyway. It's got a set up as a 4-3-3. It probably will change. Obviously, Bergvall can play a bit more advanced. Same with, and then obviously Simmons can play in that number 10 role as well. But it's time that RB Leipzig did very much facilitate down that left-hand side anyway. Obviously, a lad with a lot of talent, sadly. Hopefully he keeps quiet this afternoon. But you look at the side, Vicario, you look at Pedro Porro, has been linked with obviously was heavily linked with Liverpool in the summer just gone, wasn't he? Maybe 1 second, can I just zoom in? Oh, geez, yes. There we go. So, obviously, was linked prior to us bringing in Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen as well. But a lad with a lot of talent. Certainly, the data lads, Liverpool supporters, he was high up on their list of potential right backs to replace Trent in the summer. And you can understand the profile of Porro. Certainly does tick a lot of boxes, really. High calibre right back. Likes to get forward. But Romero, Mickey van der Ven as well. Chat, if you haven't seen that little interview, Mickey van der Ven, he's a massive Liverpool fan. He said in the interview that his mate is a Liverpool fan, but I think he I remember doing a transfer video years ago anyway, before he moved to Tottenham. He was linked with Liverpool. He's a top-class centre-half, but the only concern I do have with Mickey van der Ven is those hamstrings, really, given how quick he is. One of the quickest centre-halves in European, if not the quickest centre-half in Wales football. If he can stay fit for the next couple of seasons and really build up a lot of consistency, I think he can certainly grow into being one of the world's best centre-halves in European football, of course. But that just depends on... But yeah, if he could stay fit and he comes to Liverpool, then sound. But yeah, he's a very good centre-half. And certainly Hugo and the likes of Szoboszlai and Waits, it's always a good battle to watch. Mickey van der Ven up against anyone, really, for that matter. Jed Spence, of course, was in the wilderness, really, under obviously Ange Postecoglou and other managers gone by over the years as well. But certainly coming to this season, not a lot of a big expectation, of course. The Italian, probably And Doggy, obviously Ndoggy, I think he's disappeared, obviously, over the last 12 months as well, given horrible injuries, really, for Ndoggy, and it's presented Jed Spence with a big opportunity this season to really establish himself as a consistent starter for Tottenham Hotspur down that left-hand side of their team as well. You got Bergvall, Bentancur, and Archie Gray as well. I do feel sorry for Archie Gray as well, though, chat. If you've not seen... I've not seen every Tottenham game, but I've seen a couple of the highlights of Match of the Day and some of the match analysis as well. I think it was the game, try and get it up. What game was it? Where he was playing centre-half recently. But he was playing centre-half. He can play centre-half, chat. It's not his most natural position as a player anyway, but he's basically the Tottenham James Milner anyway, and that's a big compliment, really. He can play across any position, well, apart from striker and in goal anyway, but if you put Archie Gray in any position within that Tottenham side, he'll put in a very good performance. But it's good to see him a bit more in a more natural position in terms of, obviously, former Leeds man, of course, signed for big money, but this lad's, and certainly alongside Bergvall as well, chat, really, Bergvall, I think he's like 20, 21 as well. This lad has got absolutely... If he continues his great development, I think he's certainly got all the attributes to be one of, say, in the next 2, 4, 5 years. If he continues to develop, and I think he certainly will get a big move to a big European club anyway. But the main thing for Gray and Bergvall is they're playing in the Premier League, they're being selected, and that's what you want. If you're a young player, or even if you are a new sign, and if you are 25, 26, it's all about playing that rhythm, and there's no better league in world football where you're playing consistency, you're playing a lot more, there's a lot more rhythm to your game, and especially I tell you, Chaz, if you can play well in the Premier League, you can play well in any European league. Every ex-footballer that has played in the Premier League speaks about the physicality and the speed of which the game, like you speak about, like 30, like less than half a second you turn round. Obviously Italian league's very different, very slow, but that's why Luka Modric will literally be playing in Serie A for another 10 years if he continues playing as well as he has. But there was no, I think anyone that knew Luka Modric, he'd do well, especially the speed in the Italian league. And Kevin De Bruyne probably will get an extra 5 years in that Napoli side as well, so barring injury. But Xavi Simons, of course, facilitating down this left-hand side, probably will tuck into those centre attacking positions as well. Kolo Muani, kudos, has been one of, chat, how have you gauged Mohamed Kudus's impact at Tottenham? I think for me he's been one of the best, alongside for me Hugo Ekitike in the Liverpool side this season. I think he's been one of my favourite signings when he analysed the Premier League as well. I think the impact he's had, everyone knew, even when we played him, was he scored that screamer for Ajax at Anfield a couple of seasons ago. And I spoke to a couple of West Ham mates and I said, you're getting a good player. You're certainly getting a good player. And I think West Ham fans are still seething, really, after the point of him going to a London, well, I'll say London rival, really. But you never you don't want him to go there, really. I think the West Ham fans would have liked to have seen him gone up north or even abroad anyway. But yeah, isn't the case. And I think literally kudos to him, because he's been absolutely fantastic. I'm sorry, Chaz. Not really. But yeah, Hugo Ekitike and kudos for me have been probably some of the stars of the season in terms of the new signings as well, Reds. In terms of the bench for Tottenham this afternoon, you've got João Paulinho, of course, back from Bayern Munich. I think that's a very shrewd signing. Bit of a mad one, really, of course. Signed for big money from Bayern Munich last season as well. Didn't quite get the proper run in that Bayern Munich side anyway. Vincent Kompany did not favour him, really, in that starting 11. But he's on the bench this afternoon. You got Dragusin, you got Danso. Obviously, another new signing. Obviously signed from, I think it was Lens in Ligue 1. Obviously, the Austrian centre-half, big, powerful. But I think you can't get Romero. If he didn't get the red cards, for me, the main thing with Romero is his lack of concentration in some games. He gets too emotional. And I think as a centre-half or as any Premier League footballer, as soon as you get emotional within games and you allow your aggression to impact your team, getting silly red cards when there's 10 minutes left to go and then your team concedes a couple of goals. But Romero, if you take away the yellow cards and there's ill discipline, really, he's a top centre-half. Of course, World Cup winner, that speaks for itself anyway, but his real leadership, exactly, especially when Heung-min Son went to the MLS, they really needed that, and especially when Thomas Frank is under a lot of pressure, certainly today, not just today, but the next couple of weeks, next couple of months as well. We know how competitive this league is, but the main thing, and I think obviously it's so important, anyone that's watched obviously a Thomas Frank side, I love Thomas Frank, and I'm made up that he got the opportunity at Tottenham, but I think the lack of patience at Tottenham will certainly disrupt the momentum in terms of what he's trying to build there. Thomas Frank, if you give him time, I think he will do well eventually. When he gets a couple more of his style of players in, a bit more of a work, or they need to work hard. Anyone that analysed that Brentford side, a very well structured, very workman-like team as well. Obviously, Mbeumo, Wissa, they had so much pace on the counter attack, and that's why I do think kudos for Tottenham already this season. I think he'll be instrumental to what Thomas Frank wants to play on the counter attack against opposition teams as well. So Reds, let us know your thoughts, Reds, in regards to that as well. Big up their chats besides Minamino, City and Highlands. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah, 100% there, mister. 2001. But yeah, I'm sure about yesterday, but 25 years. Yeah. So yeah, what a player. Yeah. Whereas, I mean, there's been so many great players that Liverpool have very much missed out on the opportunity of signing, really, and certainly Nicolas Anelka, one of what could have been really in a Liverpool shirt at Liverpool anyway, Reds. But yeah, just in terms of the Liverpool starting 11, and seems to set up today, probably will certainly see a lot of that from Dominic Szoboszlai going a bit more further forward. I think with the speed of Conor Bradley, of course, last couple of weeks we've had Joe Gomez facilitating down that right-hand side of Liverpool's defence. I see the big positive is getting Dom back into the starting 11, but judging from Arne Slot's comments as well, obviously Joe Gomez, it's not as bad as once feared anyway, which is a good positive sign. Hopefully Joey isn't out for too long, really, of course. Leonie's still out, but I think you're looking at number 30. Frimpong is back. And the thing with Frimpong, even if we have to wait 4 or 5 weeks for Frimpong, as frustrating as that is, I think that this season we've certainly rushed Frimpong back far too quick for my liking. Certainly far too quick. Did start the season, didn't he? I think was a 30-minute cameo at the beginning of the year against Bournemouth as well, and obviously a couple of run-outs. But yeah, Bradley, big opportunity for them. Look at the bench: Ramsey, Lucky, Mamadashvili, Andy Robbo as well. And you got Rio, and then you got Isaac and Chiesa. So going into summer, it's good to see Lucky getting an opportunity, Ramsey as well. But I think long term, when you analyse Liverpool, I think that's where Liverpool looking to hopefully go into the January period, January transfer window, and look to invest in a bit more quality really within the squad. Because you look at the amount of midfielders, you've got Dominic Szoboszlai, you've got Ryan Gravenberch, you've got certainly Curtis Jones and Florian Wirtz and McAllister. That's 5 of the midfielders already playing. And you're looking at the bench, looking at Trey Nioni, not a lot of Premier League experience. So yeah, you're looking at that bench, chat. That's why I do think we're screaming out. We've all said, every Liverpool fan, I'm certainly saying two centre-halves at least. But it's how, if Liverpool can go into the January window, if we can manoeuvre a couple of players, departing the football club, I think that's going to be very interesting indeed, because it's not as easy as us just saying, oh yeah, we can get rid of X, Y and Z player really. These players are on big wages and they're not going to be happy to, of course, they want to be staying at Liverpool, but sometimes I think Liverpool going into the next couple of seasons, I think we do need to be a bit more harsh, really. As much as we love we all love these players as well, but some of them do for their own benefit, really, especially with the World Cup on the horizon. I'm looking at Chiesa. We know the lad's got an amazing song. He wants to get into that Italian national side. Gattuso said you need game time, lad, because if you don't, you're not getting into the Italian national side. But it all comes if Liverpool can get 15-20 million. We know the Italian side is not cash strapped, not got a lot of money, but saying Liverpool should be able to easily get 20 million out of some club in Syria if they want him that desperately. I think it'd be a sad day if Chiesa does depart. You can't. What we all love and what we say, and we all do love, is his willingness. Even when you watch him in the VTs and the clips on YouTube, and even pre and post match game as well, really gives us all. And it'd be a sad time if he is to depart, Chiesa, and some other players as well on this side. Ramsey, of course, not played a lot of minutes. He'll probably get loaned out next season, or they've not sold really. But you look at Liverpool's bench today, you're looking at some of the injuries, of course, coming into this game. We mentioned Leone, a couple of the big Liverpool players missing, of course. We mentioned Salah to AFCON, Leone out, Gomez, Bajcetic, Endo and Cody Gakpo as well. So you look and analyse that, it's not too many players are out, so there's so much room to improve within this Liverpool side, chat. But you look at the midfield battle, you look at what you're going to get. Obviously, we're anticipating the game to start as a 4-3-3 anyway, but it probably will adapt anyway. But it's that midfield battle I'm looking at. You're looking at Curtis Jones and Ryan Gravenberch on the halfway line, and then you're looking at McAllister, looking at Szoboszlai to very much create that width down that right-hand side, and then Florian Wirtz as well. Simmons does what's one of his biggest assets, his work rate, really, to very much he'll need to track back and protect Jed Spence down that left-hand side for the majority of the game, really. But it's what he does going forward as well, looking to exploit that space. But this is where Liverpool, I think, over the last couple of weeks have certainly improved, is that ability to progress with the ball, getting Dom on the ball a lot more, getting Gravenberch and very much keeping hold of the ball. But we know certainly the biggest reason for that is that man there, Curtis Jones, getting on the ball, dictating the tempo, being able to play those balls down the left-hand side, and Jones knows switches down the right-hand side. So he's instrumental, really, to everything. So important. So it's all about getting Curtis, getting Gravenberch on the ball, really, as much as we possibly can. But it's obviously, we'd expect, just push Tottenham a bit more high up the pitch there as well. You have Kudos trying to, we especially Simmons and Kudos love to play very narrow. They like to come in. Kudos certainly sometimes like to tend to drift out wide, does a bit of a Mohamed Salah some games, but that's going to be one hell of a battle between those two, Milos Kerkez and of course Kudos, two lads with a lot of pace, a lot of quality as well. So it's whether Kudos, if he is a bit more high with the pitch, Kerkez certainly does need to be tucking in a lot more centrally to the likes of Virgil van Dijk and just very much creating that a lot more compactness, really. But certainly Simmons will be coming inside, and certainly Kudos will be dropping in. And Kolo Muani, obviously another big signing from Paris Saint-Germain, similar. Obviously Muani was at PSG, Hugo Ekitike was at PSG as well. Obviously Ramos is now currently at PSG. PSG have had numerous forwards at their football club. They just love to sign strikers by the looks of it anyway. But thankfully we've got Hugo Ekitike. He's a lad with a lot of quality. He can stretch a lot of teams. Certainly that's why he's in the squad really today. I think he's a complete different option to obviously Richarlison. I think Thomas Frank is certainly, you know what he's expecting really today, and he's going to be putting. It's literally going to be that. It's literally going to be a 4-5-1. Everyone behind the ball, try and soak up as much pressure as they possibly can anyway, and then obviously get Hugo Ekitike. And so at Liverpool, it's all about controlling that ball, controlling possession as well, looking to try and create gaps. So Florian Wirtz, whether he's coming into those central channels, or even when he does go into those central channels, you got obviously Milos Kerkez on the overlap down that left-hand side. But if that is the case, and that's been one of the most frustrating things for me, Reds, as well, and probably for a lot of yous this season, is the lack of balance, especially over the last couple of weeks. Not obviously the last 5 games, last 6 games have been much better. But it's that ability. It's all down to communication. All down to communication. Of course, when you've got injuries, doesn't certainly help. And it very much disrupts the momentum, disrupts the confidence building, the communication, everything really. But if that is the case, if Kerkez is going down that left-hand side, then just communicate, lads. Bradley, you have to drop in, just communicate. Gravenberch. If Bradley's a bit more higher up the pitch, Gravenberch drops in. And then that's what you want. You want Jones, you want McAllister to drop in there. But what you're going to get, as we already have seen, especially over the last couple of weeks as well, or this season really, is Hugo. His willingness to break lines. But is that one of his biggest attributes, and why Liverpool's data department did analyse him, is his ability to go in the opposite direction that way. The other end of the pitch anyway. So going that way. There we go. Probably would have been better doing that. But yeah, chat, it's very intriguing. Certainly very intriguing with regards to watching this Liverpool side. It's a joy. Certainly is a joy. But it all stems from that ability to just keep hold of the ball. Keep hold of the ball, Liverpool. Be compact. But Thomas Frank, I think he's going to be setting up his Tottenham side exactly like that. Everyone behind the ball, sitting behind the ball, sitting deep, and then looking to hit Kolo Muani, getting kudos on the counter-attack as well, looking to quick breaks. But if we can very much isolate Xavi Simons, chat, I've seen a couple of games for Tottenham on highlights and that, and I think, especially the beginning of the year, I think obviously that was what we mentioned, and some players do take a lot more longer to adapt to life in the Premier League. I think Simons and Wirtz, in terms of the physicality of both players, both number 7s, of course, for both of their clubs, a lot of the creativity is expected through both of them. But I think come next season, obviously Wirtz, we know he's done really well in these silly posts. We know, chat, if you see the silly posts from rival fans and all that, it's just they're all farming for interactions, and the game's a game really. They just want the desperate for clicks and all that. Like, anyone with at least a football brain, half a football brain, knows, even if you're not the biggest staunch Liverpool fan, you watch Liverpool, Wirtz has provided so much. I've seen a silly stat saying he's only created one open play opportunity, and it's absolute utter nonsense. And I think literally the top comment below that post was, he's created over 20. So we know Wirtz, if only his strikers could put the ball on the back of the net. But mainly for Wirtz and certainly Simons as well, both players, say give another 6, another 12 months as well, I think both players will certainly be flying in the Premier League. Hopefully Wirtz is a lot more sooner anyway for our but that's why we know Wirtz in the Champions League does have a lot more freedom, given how open the European games are, a lot more compared to, of course, what we're going to be facing today. So, chat, it's exciting. Really excited to see how Liverpool do set up. Of course, we know that's how it's going to be set up. Obviously, the ability and the dropping in of Gravenberch as well. But I think going into the January window and the back end of this season, if Arnett does post Mohamed Salah era, whatever happens with Mo, if he stays, if he goes, or come at the end of his contracts, I think long term we will see Dom facilitate down that right hand side. If we do shift to a back three formation, but that's another show for another video anyway. But in terms of this system, I think it's integral that Liverpool, of course, fundamentally get centre halves, but do get an extra couple of bodies. As we said 10 minutes ago, you look at the bench, Liverpool haven't got, especially if we are playing all 5 Liverpool midfielders there, Eds, as well. You're looking at that. All 5 of those midfielders all on the pitch at one point. You're looking at the bench. Who have you got? You've literally got Trainioni. Long term, short term sounds great, fantastic, but long term, going into the next couple of weeks, I think Arnett, he has certainly stumbled across what works, but it's what, if 1 or 2 of those players hopefully don't get injured, but you've got to plan. That's certainly what the data lads and certainly Arnie Slot will be doing in the next couple of weeks as well, because the games are coming thick and fast. 3 games a game every 3-4 days as well. So it's going to be chock-a-blocker, but that's why this is where champions come. What you're looking at City, you're looking at Arsenal, whoever deals with the injuries the best and the lack of the more rotation the better. And certainly Liverpool will need to start rotating a lot more, because if we don't, I think we will struggle the back end of January, February time as well. We'll chat, yes, it's going to be interesting with regards to obviously Tottenham and their setup anyway, but certainly do possess a lot of quality. And as we mentioned with Liverpool, of course, with those overlapping runs from Kerkez, Pedro Porro, as we said, thrives in that right-hand side. Certainly, chat, we know the creativity. So Kerkez and certainly Florian Wirtz you've got to be very concentrated, and certainly Jed Spence has come into a lot more better form compared to what he did see. Well, lack of game time really last season and before that as well. Was it there? Yeah, so chat, let us know your thoughts on that. Well, fingers crossed Liverpool can just get a result over the line, and it'll be interesting. We'll speak about that at half time anyway, chat. But of course, anyone just tuning in for the first time, Liverpool starting 11: Alisson Becker in goal, Bradley, Canate, Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kerkez left back, Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, and then Hugo Ekitike in the start, leading the line. And for Tottenham this afternoon, of course, it is Pedro Vicario in goal, the Italian, Pedro Porro, Romero, Mickey van der Ven, Jed Spence, Simmons, Bergval, Gray, Bentancur. Obviously, Simmons is playing. You've set it up as a 4-3-3, but that's what I do think it will be. Out of possession, there'll be literally everyone behind the ball, as many men as you can get, and then look to counter. And then you got Kolo Muani and Kudos leading the line. So a lot of pace up front for Tottenham, but certainly a lot of pace up front for Liverpool in the form of Hugo Ekitike. But we've got all the creativity, we've got all the guile as well. So fingers crossed, Reds, Liverpool can do the business this afternoon. And hopefully that has worked, chat. Please do let me know if it has worked. I will try and make the screen a bit more bigger anyway for next week. But if you like that, do let us know anyway. It's trying to incorporate a bit more for you anyway. And certainly for a lot more other shows as well on Anfield Index. Do let us know on all the shows and try and make it a bit more better for you. And yeah, enjoy it. Let's strap in because we are 9 minutes away from kickoff. So yeah, time flies when you're having fun anyway, Reds. And let's hope Liverpool are scoring a load of goals today. But chat, let us know your thoughts on obviously the setup as well. But yeah, sorry there, chat. Let's get to all your comments as well. Tilsheen and Mr. just speaking about Juve. Sadly we missed out on an Elke. Big up there, Tilsheen. What's your opinions on Semedo, Jack? I think we could hold off until we see what happens with Barcola. Paris Saint-Germain, Jacket. Apologies on the pronunciation. Then the French Reds. Jack, I call him. In January and sign up Ibu, and we have French Red the Revolution on our hands. Yes. So in chat, and Toshin, I'm gonna speak on Semenyo because I know a lot more about him. But chat, if you want to gauge a bit more about him as well, obviously Dave and of course Dr. Bart probably will have a transfer data show coming out this week or in the future, certainly, as the transfer window does quickly open anyway. But Dave's done numerous episodes, obviously with David Lynch as well, on Media Matters this week as well. So plenty to get stuck into, Reds, on Anfield Index. Get Dave and David, the two Daves, insight on both players really. But for me, Semenyo, Toshin, we mentioned it last week. I love him as a player. I think the one thing, as we just mentioned with the setup for Liverpool, but the one thing Liverpool have certainly missed in terms of where we have struggled, we all know, is that ability of the press for the forward line. How many years did we watch Salah, Mane and Firmino, as well as those lads scoring all the goals? We were absolutely relentless. I think there was an interview that Semenyo done at the beginning of the season. Chat, if you've not seen it, check it out. I think it's on Sky Sports or on their YouTube channel. I don't know if it was Carragher or Neville that was interviewing him. He's just speaking about what it means to be in a Areola side. That's one thing that you want as any player, the willingness. But Semenyo, in terms of his work rate, he's one of the hardest working players, if not in European football, down that right-hand side. Can facilitate down the left. Does facilitate down the left, but he can play on the right-hand side if needs be. And I think if Liverpool were, I know a lot of Liverpool fans have mentioned, we'll quickly go back to that. But in terms of, I know a lot of Liverpool fans have mentioned where would he play if we signed him. I think it would be there, chat. And I know I just mentioned, but I do think it would be Semenyo down the right, Vert on the left. But what that does do to you, if we are to sign Semenyo, it gives you options and gives you a lot of variety in changing different formations and everything, really, Reds. But I think if he was to come into Liverpool, but it depends what you do with Gakpo. That's another show for another day as well. But yeah, certainly a lot of options, really, Reds. So yeah, it's going to be interesting certainly. So yeah, I love him, mate. Depends on the right money. It's got to be the right money, but certainly if we were to bring him in, I think he'd do a tremendous job in the Dom role down that right hand side, or certainly down that left hand channel. And I think if we were to bring Semenyo in, I think we could eventually play Florian Wirtz in his number 10 position behind Hugo Ekitike as well. And then obviously you're looking at the left hand side and the right hand side. I think it's so imperative that I think I've got a little visitor. Wait 1 second there, chat. Yeah, it was the cat. Cat will probably wreck the absolute green screen, chat, anyway, so yeah, the cat. Hopefully she's not a Tottenham fan anyway, the cat anyway, but yeah, chat, there you go. But how are we? So Tushin, yeah, what's your thoughts on that, mate, anyway? It's he's a top player, and I think if Liverpool can get it over the line, but it just depends if Semenyo wants to come to Liverpool. I think we might do, and especially if he's in negotiations with any. What was it? We done it with Luis Diaz. We done it with who was the other player that was close to joining Tottenham, and then we pinched him. So just let Tottenham do the negotiations in the January window in a couple of days. Of course, Romano and Dave's very much covered it on the Daily Red weekends as well on the podcast this morning. You mentioned obviously the buyout as well, so. It's there, mate. He's a top-class player. I'd love Barcola. Well, I'd love both of them, mate, if I'm being greedy. Because we just got a plan for post-era Salah. Salah's not... If Salah was 25, we'd be sound. We'd be set for 5, 6, 7 years. But Liverpool's certainly got a plan for the future. And we've got to do it as quickly as we possibly can. Because we want to be competing for trophies, and the quicker we can do it. That's why I do think Liverpool did sign... We went big on Ekitike, we went big on Isaac. We're not wasting any time, and that's what we want to be seeing. Yeah. Woods, Barcola. Probably, mate, if the money's right. The one thing Barcola does need to start sharpening up on is some of his finishing. I've seen some of the chances, I know PSG fans have mentioned, is he gets into great opportunities, but I suppose that will come eventually when he matures in his game in terms of the concentration as well. So yeah, I like them both, mate. Pick up their chat as well. Hugo's personalities. Yeah, it's amazing, mate, isn't it? He's a top lad. He's funny, man. His little Scouse accents. What's it with like the set? But he's getting down with the Scouse lingo anyway. He's getting there. But yeah, press is key tonight. It certainly is. Storm, certainly, mate. Thomas Frank. It'll be sitting behind the ball, but I don't think that's where chance when I put my headset on, listening to the crowd and that. We know, and I haven't even mentioned apology chat, we've been that chock-a-blocker, but there's so much pressure on Thomas Frank, and you know me, chat, especially over last year or so doing the watch-alongs. I made up Thomas Frank has got the opportunity, but I just think Tottenham might be the wrong football club for him, because we know the demands of that club, obviously with Daniel Levy departing, the new stadium as well, but it's the players for me, chat. Like the players, it's all about the players. You've got to have that right blend with the tactics and everything as well. But they've had Conte, they've had Mourinho. Yes, Mourinho was the back end of his tenure, but yeah, like they've had world class managers. The fact that Conte couldn't get a tune out of this Tottenham Football Club was mad. That man has won the Premier League. He's won serial, numerous league titles in the leagues he's been in as well. So, yeah, it's sadly, I do think Thomas Frank will get sacked this season, and I'm hoping he gets. I'm telling you now, chat. If he went to Serie A, Thomas Frank, I think he'd be a revelation in the Serie A, playing a free-back system that he did at Brentford. He would do so well. But it's whether the Italian clubs, if he was to get sacked at Tottenham, whether they'd take that opportunity. But I do think, sadly, because of it, he is a top coach. Just needs time, needs the right players, needs to build the right camaraderie, and most importantly, needs his players to run for him. And that's the most important thing. Both foots are not cutting in and passing like the service. Yeah, the flanks were slop taking about. Yeah. Yeah, I was a bit of a mad comment anyway, mate. But yeah, we just need to start creating, and especially when you got Ekatike, when you've got Isaac as well, and as we've seen over the last couple of weeks on the watch-alongs, it's just about getting our strikers the service. So we just need quality in the flanks, quality in the middle through Wirtz as well. So it's just about keeping our composure and being focused 100%. Big up there, Tom. How are we, la? Hope you're well, mate. Big up there, Edisto. How are we, chat? Fede, special winner. Hopefully, mate, a Christmas winner anyway. Yeah, so I'm not 100% clued up on Jack. I think I've looked at some of his data and he looks really good in terms of his footballing data. He's certainly one to keep an eye on, chat. Yeah, if he doesn't get snapped up by Liverpool, he'll probably get snapped up by another big European club anyway. Julie, how are we, mate? Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself, mate. And thank you for tuning in. But chat, we are fastly... And we are underway here, Eds. Come on, Liverpool. Let's see. We have a quick... What was it? Last week I was still trying to sort out the clock time and we'd scored through Hugo Ekatike. But chat, if you want to sync up your commentary or the watch along to whatever you're watching, clock top right anyway. Just pause the YouTube video or whatnot. And Reds strap in because hopefully Liverpool can get all 3 points today. Even if it's another 1-0 chat, we'll be made up. We'll be absolutely made up, really. Of course, we won't be seeing a performance, but at this point of the season in December, it's a big ground as well, though, chat. Especially when it's just about making that pitch as big as we possibly can. But if we're not on it today, that pitch can be very quickly. So in terms of, he's got set up. He's set up with Frank's at the minute in terms of off the ball. He's got Colomwani and Simmons playing as two strikers. Fair enough. Simmons, Colomwani just set up down that left hand side slightly. But big up there, Julie. Yeah, here we go, chat. Has he? He probably has there. It is still. So yeah, that's the thing, innit? When you're going to January and going to the end of the season, it's just about getting those players. If some of them need to create up some space for some players as well. Of course, for some of the spots being homegrown and all different, vice versa. I'm not 100% clued up on that, 100% anyway, chat. So it's one to keep an eye on. As you said there, so Dave's mentioned it on the Daily Reds and all the other pods over the last couple of weeks as well. So one to keep an eye on, chat. The more quality we bring in, Reds, the more bigger opportunities we've got of winning trophies and being consistent. And especially with Guardiola is to depart Manchester City, chat. We need to be there. We need to be there to win a couple of trophies as well. Because of course the quality that comes in after Pep is probably going to still be a very good elite level football manager, of course, but well done there, Curtis. Really getting forward, breaking the lines. Big high press from the scouts and the team. That's a hand in the face there from Jed Spence. Tottenham going forward here. Sorry there, chat. Tottenham shooting from right to left. Liverpool left to right. Absolute joke, that ref. It's not intentional there, chat, but the referee again, us and head injuries this season in terms of referees not stopping the play. The biggest one was that Man United one. Like when we played United, it was at Anfield. Even though both of our players did collide on that day, but even still, I suppose just hopefully Hugo's okay and he hasn't got a finger in his eye, because we know with Curtis Jones over the last couple of seasons, Had a couple of injuries. Isaac on the bench. And just don't worry. Once Isaac's back up to full fitness, and I'll tell you what, chat, I think there will be games where Isaac and Hugo do play as a two-pronged striker formation in certain games. Especially in the big games as well. Because Hugo's got that ability to drift off the left-hand channel as well. And even on the right-hand side, if it was the game against Leeds, they play on some transitions down the right. But chat, if you had to pick, who would you pick? Barcola or Semenyo? That's poor by Liverpool. Down the left. Giving the ball away. Kudos. Ball in. Bradley, not cleared. Oh, big block there. Tell you what, I think it was Connor Bradley. Architects of our own downfall there, really. Poor defending. Not winning the first headed out. Ricochets off Bradley. But what he does do really well, Connor, he recovers that really well, getting the block on. A much needed block on. Because I felt that ball was just going to end up at the bottom right corner. But Bergvall. Another long ball here, Eds. Come on, lads. Hopefully what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks is practicing throw-ins. Defending throw-ins. Here we go, Ibu. Winning that first ball. But Bergvall trying to execute a long throw into the penalty area of Liverpool. Did clear it. Done really well. Chat, make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. If you are watching on Facebook, if you are watching on YouTube or whatnot, head over. We are fastly approaching to 18,000 subscribers on the YouTube, which is absolutely fantastic. A massive thank you from every single one of us on Anfield Index as well, Reds. Of course, watch along today. Got the post-match. Obviously, Gags will be taking you through all the post-match thoughts and analysis on the game. Of course, make sure you get involved with the Discord, as you can see in the side panel there, chat. Head over. Link is in the description as well to get involved with all the shows. You've got Media Matters with Dave Davis, speaks to David Lynch, speaks to Lewis Steele as well, some of the leading Liverpool journalists within the Liverpool journalist scene as well. Dave does an amazing job in terms of getting the best bits out of those lads as well. Of course, you got Chat G&G. Gags Tandon is joined by Grizz Khan as well. You got the Red Room. That's hosted by Grizz Khan and some of the best up-and-coming Liverpool YouTubers as well. So you got chock-a-block of Reds, so make sure you drop a follow, drop a subscribe as well, and get involved. But if you aren't new, obviously we've been around for a very long time, Anfield Index, but that's only on the YouTube side. If you want to get involved in terms of the audio side as well, head over to AnfieldIndex.com, and if you become an Anfield Index Pro member, it's £7.99 a month if you're paying monthly, but it comes in as a yearly payment of £59.99. That comes in at £4.99 a month over the 12 months. And that unlocks so much more LFC content throughout the week as well. You've got Rival Recon, you've got AI Scouted, you've got Under Pressure as well, one of the leading flagship programs that we do at Anfield Index. Darth and the lads post shows as well, breaking down in so much great detail from a data perspective. I should go with a foul. Hugo Ekatike, he's done well to keep it. Just needs a bit more support there, Hugo. He's done really well to recover that. Well done there, Hugo. I tell you what, he got away with that. Romero falls on his backside inside of his own penalty box there. He does so well, Hugo, just to backs into him there. He's complaining, but he recovers that just there, Eds. Romero. I'll tell you what, first little battle there from Hugo Ekitike. He did win that one, which is good to see. Yeah, Steve said there. Oh, Vicario come out very quickly there, but in the opening 10 minutes of this game here, chat, Hugo Ekitike, he's got a couple of he's got involved with so many great things so far. Could do with a shot on target, but in terms of him imposing himself on the Tottenham back line, he's certainly done that. Sorry there, chat. Let's have a little look at the other results in the Prem. So in terms of Tottenham, chat, that was in my game, wasn't it, to kick off today? Was it the Newcastle Chelsea game? Eddie Howe, he can't set up a team, can he, sometimes? Like, that 2-0 up, they should have been able to see that game out, but has been what Newcastle have been on plenty of occasions this season. Just so inconsistent at the back sometimes. Like, the João Pedro goal was an embarrassment. It's a bit like watching some of our defending over the last couple of months. But João Pedro travelling with the ball a good 30, 40 yards and having a strike on goal. Shouldn't be doing that. But a good result for Liverpool, that is. Of course, Chelsea and Newcastle dropping 2 points, which is good for us. Bournemouth 1-1 against Burnley. Sunderland 0, Brighton 0. City winning 3-0. Brentford 2-0 away from home against Wolves. Tell you what, chat, we've got Wolves next week, haven't we? Well, in a couple of days' time. Should be winning that, hopefully. And then tonight you've got the box office game. Arsenal away from home against Everton. And considering Conor Bradley ball in. Oh, it's ricocheted. Kirkes, keep that in, lads. Keep that in, Kirkes. Oh, keep you just... Milos, lad, just get your head up. And that's a foul on Mackie. It's a foul on Mackie, thank you, referee. But just there, chat, this is what's so frustrating about Kirkes sometimes. We all love him to bits, but just needs to bide his time. It's a lack of inexperience sometimes when you watch him, when he gets to the byline. Just take your time there, Kirkes. He's always rushing. Always rushing to get it, but once he does mature, his game matures, eventually that delivery will become a lot more consistent. But just there, chat, a great opportunity for Liverpool to whip that ball in, but sadly Kirkes hits it all into the Tottenham players. There was a couple of players, you got Hugo and Wirtz, a bit more backed off as well in that scenario, but Liverpool with a free kick, promising free kick here. Left hand side of the Tottenham penalty area. 12 minutes in. Dominic Szoboszlai standing over this free kick. A high line by Tottenham, all just outside the penalty area. Ball in. Virgil! Oh, shot on target. But what an opportunity that was. It was an excellent delivery. And that's another free kick, and that is so poor by Tottenham. A matter of 30 seconds after. But Virgil van Dijk timed his header. Felt like it was going to go into the back of the net, but just sadly didn't have the right direction on that header. Yeah, he just glanced the back of his head. He got it on target, fair play by Virgil, but a bit more direction on that. Because certainly Dom's cross just added that bit more pace. And now, chat, as that last free kick, Tottenham were outside their own penalty box. But it's an opportunity for Dom to whip this on Vicario's head if he can. Low-driven cross. It's a poor ball by Dom. Opportunity for Kudos on the counter-attack here. Now Liverpool going to be switched on. Kudos. Spence down the left. Very surprised you haven't gone through the middle there. Jed Spence. Thank Liverpool got their bodies back in numbers. Firmino's calling for his players just to come a bit more shorter. But I think this game, if you're watching this as a neutral, the transitional play from both teams in terms of attack versus defence, both teams do provide a lot of pace on the counter. Just got to be very switched on. Got to be switched on. Ball out to the right for Kudos. Ball in. It's going to be a Colomwani header wide there. But certainly if Liverpool can we can get it right, chat. Get those transitions right. Try and invite slight bit more pressure for Tottenham. As long as our passing is a lot more crisper. Being able to play through those lines. Here we go. Oh, what a ball that is by Ali Becker. Unlucky there, Vitz. I'll tell you what a pass that was, chat. From inside his own penalty area, Ali just absolutely elevated that little 20-yard pass over the top end of their defence. It's pulled by Paro. Chat, happy with the... Yeah, there was no power on that, mate, was there? In terms of Virgil's one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting from both of them, though, mister, in terms of... I'm very surprised by the... I think we all know with Tottenham being the home side as well, but I thought Tottenham would have been a bit more... Go on. Get your head up, Dom. Oh, it's just an under-hit pass, that, man. There's a 2-on-1 opportunity here for Tottenham. We can get it right. Kudos. That's a poor touch by Kudos. So poor, and thankfully the touch evaded him. Because it was a big opportunity for Tottenham to spring an attack through the centre of the pitch. But you're in the centre of the frustration and the groans from the stands. Porro. To Bentancur. Kudos. Edge of the box. Ball into the penalty box. Bentancur. Jed Spence. Tottenham having better at the start of the game in terms of slight bit more better control. Obviously at the minute, quarter of the hour gone, 16 minutes. No real clear-cut big opportunity for either side. Big update, Trev. How are we, la? Hope you're well, mate. Having a good weekend. But yeah, it's the way Tottenham set up, though, mate, innit? And that's what they need, really, in terms of what's expected, really, from it's very safe football from Thomas Frank, which is understandable given our quality as well. But this is what we're accustomed to, Liverpool, over especially this season, isn't it? They're coming up against the defending champions, every single side. As we found out in recent weeks and months, teams just sitting behind the ball and wanting to hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. So, yeah, sadly for us, teams aren't going to be as expansive, not going to be opening up. So it's up to the... even if you are a home side, looking at Tottenham tonight. But, as I said, they are a bit more compact. But I'm very surprised. I fully expected Tottenham to be a lot more deeper than we've seen over the last 20 minutes, even if they are the home side. But we've just got to be careful, chat. Don't be going too gun-ho, really, in terms of putting ourselves in more danger than was expected. It's a lovely ball to find Bergvall in behind Dominic Szoboszlai. Conor Bradley, he's lost that. And tell you what, we've got away with that, Reds. Jed Spence, you can gauge the frustration. Conor Bradley's got away with that, really, Reds. I need to see another angle on this. He's pulled it back for the foul on Bradley. Well, for me, it's a foul. It's one of them. Conor Bradley, for me, slipped there, and you can sense the frustration. But we will take that foul all day long. Yeah, chat, we have been poor so far. And Thomas Frank having a word with the fourth official there. Conor Bradley got away with one there, chat, to tell you that now. Other refs probably wouldn't have been a bit more kinder. Certainly wouldn't have been a lot more kinder than that. It's going to be a Ebu. Take your time there, Ebu. Yeah, chat, the passing needs to be a lot more there. A lot more Kisper from our end. Really, chat. Not being what we expected, sadly. Conor Bradley on the halfway line. So 20 minutes in here, chat. Nothing really too very much run home about, really, in regards to, even from a Tottenham perspective, even a Liverpool perspective, really. Very limited opportunities for either side. I think Tottenham, it's very much a case of damage limitations, really. In terms of possession for Tottenham, they slightly just edged it, coming in at 56 to Liverpool's 44. Shots on target for Liverpool, 1 shot and 1 shot on target, so 100% shot accuracy. Tottenham 3 total shots to 0 on target, but Tottenham have had a better expected XG of 0.20 compared to Liverpool's 0.12. But even still, you're speaking about small margins in terms of trying to create a goal. It's really poor from both sides so far. But in terms of Tottenham so far this year, they've scored 25 and conceded 21. So they've got a better goal difference to Liverpool this season, just by 3 goals in the Prem. Lovely ball to find. Gravenberch just couldn't quite get that ahead. And that's what we were speaking about before the game in the chat. Mickey van der Ven, it looked like Gravenberch he was going to win that race. Gravenberch, but yeah, you shall not pass Mickey van der Ven. He'll beat you to any ball, 20 forward or any midfielder or any defender in European football. So Liverpool got a bit of little spell of possession in the Tottenham territory in this corner. Bradley has done well there. That's what we're wanting. Well done, Bradley, to get a corner out of that. Got a corner out of absolutely nothing, really. So it's going to be switched on here. Panov, how are we, lads? How are we, buds? Hope you're well, fella. Good to see you in here as always, mate. Yeah, we have, mate. Poor. Hopefully a nice early goal in the next couple of minutes. Hopefully that'll just allow Tottenham to get a bit more out. What a ball that is. It's a wicked cross into the penalty box by Maka. And he's been dispossessed there, Conor Bradley. Bergvall needs to get his head up. I'll tell you what, that's fantastic defending by Dominic Szoboszlai. That's fantastic defending. Well done, lads. Just narrow down the angle. Tottenham are wanting to play that quick diagonal switch, but Dom really pressing the ball. That's what we're on about in terms of just stopping that transition. Even if you don't win the tackle, at least put your body on the line and very much cut off that pass. Dominic Szoboszlai, man. What a footballer. And thankfully he wears the red of Liverpool. Yeah, it is, Pan. The quick football will eventually come to us, mate. I think it's just a case of obviously integrating quite a lot of new faces into the Liverpool side this season. But I think once we all click, it will become a lot more methodical. It will just become second nature, really, for a lot of these footballers, especially for Liverpool lads as well. It's just all about them learning the running patterns of each other. Of course, some very talented footballers hit the ground running very quickly in the Premier League, but sometimes not always the case. Oh, that's really poor, that chat, isn't it? Yeah. I'll make down my notes for the post-match. 4 touches in the opposition penalty area for both teams on the 24th minute mark. That's awful. There we go. That's an awful stuff for both teams. Really. 4 touches apiece in 24 minutes of football. I tell you what, the crowd and Vicario screaming, but well done. Liverpool's forward press there, forcing that out for a Liverpool throw-in. Darwin Hugo really working hard. What's the ball? Get the second ball off the pitch, man. Come on, Yates. Yeah. It's going to have to be up to us, chat. Try and break this deadlock, and it's exactly what I said in the build-up, chat. Every man behind the ball for Tottenham. I can understand why he won that. Like, it'd be awful watching this brand of football week after week. Thomas Frank, I get your job's on the line, Frank Lahr, but you've got good quality players there. That's it, lads. Press. Oh, he's nutmegged Dominic Szoboszlai there. Naughty, that. Kudos. That's an awful first touch. He somehow got away with it. Kudos. Shot from range. It fell to Jed Spence. So lucky, man. Spence down the left-hand side, attacking the penalty area now. He's got Archie Gray. No give and go. Simmons. Ball out wide to find Porro. Got so many players in the penalty box here, Tottenham. Spence, he's won it. Kolo Muani. Thankfully, it's straight to Alisson Becker. So Tottenham's first shot on target has took them 26 minutes. But I tell you what, we got away with that, really, Reds. It was a good header across the penalty box. And Ryan Gravenberch, he just lost the flight of that ball. And being honest here, chat, Kolo Muani should be at least putting that either side of Alisson Becker. It's a poor finish by the former Paris Saint-Germain forward. Obviously, was at Juventus as well, chat. Last season. I think it was last season anyway, wasn't it? Didn't quite hit the ground running there. Take your time, Liverpool. But at the minute, that's got to be a foul on Ekitike. Not done there, Hugo. He's very, very isolated, chat, but it's understandable given how many bodies, when Liverpool are on the ball, everyone's behind the ball for Tottenham. But looking at that chance for Kolo Muani, needs to be doing much better. Thankfully, Alisson Becker was on the line there. Position play. His position was fantastic, as it always usually is the case. But yeah, chat. Come on, Reds. Gravenberch. Come on, Reds. A bit more direction to our play. I think once we get the first one, chat. I know I said at the beginning, like all of us, we'd take it for the long as we could offer us 1-0 would be sound, but we'd take that all day, every day of the week. Before Crimbo. Maka. Oh, Ebu, that's a fantastic run by Maka there. And now he's out of position. Because McAllister's done a tremendous job. If you don't know if you picked up on that. A tremendous run across the pitch. Like the pitch, a diagonal run from Maka. He's screaming at Ebu to play that ball in behind. I think Ebu's got the ability to play that. At least go for it, Ebu. That's how you win games of football, man. You've got to take risks sometimes in your passing. That's what Trent was the expert at. Just getting his head up and just playing a... That's got to be a yellow card there for Simmons. Yeah, I was going to say, thank you, referee. Simmons gone down as... What is that? That's your Netherlands captain there, lads. They're meant to be good mates off the pitch as well. Oh, that's an awful challenge. Stood right down the back of his Achilles. That is a joke, man. Thankfully, hopefully Virgil's okay. Poor challenge. Yeah. 10 more passes along the back line. Yeah. Welcome to Tottenham football, mate. Yeah, they're checking the VAR. That's an awful challenge. I never want to see anyone get sent off, but the challenges we've had on us this season. What was it? The high foot for us last week against McAllister, where he got Nigel de Jong in the chest. I know a lot of Liverpool fans said that wasn't just a yellow, but it's a joke from Simmons. It's a dangerous challenge. It's still getting check chat anyway, but for me, you don't want to see tackles of that nature on any form of football pitch, even on a five-a-side. Yeah, it's getting check chat, and this is going to be a red card for Xavi Simmons, and rightly so. It's about time we had a bit of luck our way, chat. Could have been so seriously dangerous for Virgil van Dijk. The back of his Achilles. Ridiculous. Ball's going nowhere. No, dude. There we go. Freeze frame that. It's ridiculous. It should be a red card, chat. It's getting checked by VAR. It's a horrible challenge. Need to see if Van Dijk. I think he's up on his feet, thankfully, Virgil. But if he's got away with that one, he's got away with a big challenge there. Especially professional footballers as well. You know. Let's have a little listen. Should be a red. Will we get a red card? Yeah, active serious foul play, red card for Simmons. Correct decision, and finally we've actually got a capable referee in the middle. Yeah, ridiculous Simmons. So there we go, in a bit lah. So hopefully this is where it that decision could cost Thomas Frank his job tonight. But yeah, and this is what we were saying about the Tottenham players in the build up to this chat. Some players just make that job so much more difficult for Thomas Frank. You can't be complaining about that, Simmons. It's a blatant red. Hopefully that frees up a bit more space now for Liverpool to certainly exploit. But it's a blatant red. Yes. So Liverpool now, let's make the extra man count. And now, Kirkers is down here. I tell you what, if you're a Tottenham fan, you don't want this now to go to at least 9 men. Lack of ill discipline. First red card for Tottenham. I'll tell you what, Colomani's just stamped on Kirk's boot there. But chat, sorry there, chat. Update the. It's been a while since we've actually seen a decision go Liverpool's way. So as you can see there, chat. Tottenham down to 10 men. At the minute, last couple of minutes, even since we've been playing against 10 minutes, up to Liverpool now to start trying to create a bit more space as well. But at the minute, not really creating too many big opportunities. Kudos. Stand them up. Take your time. That ball's gone out there. So 10 minutes to go. Liverpool need to just make this extra man count, Reds. Just need to sharpen up our passing much better than what we've done in the opening 35 minutes. Speed it up, stretch the pitch as well, make the pitch as big as we possibly can, get those overlapping runs from Kirkes, get Bradley into the penalty area as well now, just impose our authority on the team and on the pitch. Of course, Gags will be taking you through the post-match analysis as well. After the full-time whistle, and you got Trev and the lads recording the post-match roar as well this evening. That'll be out following the full-time whistle. Vietz, nearly got his goal there. Big save by Vicario. What's that lad got to do to score or get an assist? It's a tremendous little pirouette from Flo. Oh, just needs just a little tad to favour to the right-hand side, bottom right corner there. Come on, Flo. This is where you should now. Flo. Oh. Nothing's fallen for him, chat. Come on, man. But hopefully with that numerical advantage now for Liverpool, Flo, as we've just seen in the last 2 minutes, playing on the back line of that Tottenham defence. Just pirouetting between players now. This is where Flo needs to just grow in confidence, grow in belief, and just showcase his quality now. Colin Mawani. Well done, Alisson Becker. But again, what are we doing at the back there, Eds? We're against 10 men. But Alisson Becker bailing Liverpool out there again. Could have easily give away a penalty if he wasn't concentrating. And just from absolutely nothing really there, Reds. Come on, Reds. Liverpool, the away end, absolutely bouncing, trying to get Liverpool back into get us actually into the game. Traven Cop in full song as always. Just come on, lads. String some passes would be nice. Patience is in order. And again, Bradley. Hugo, just get into the box, lad. Ekatike just couldn't quite get his toe on that. Bring it down, Ebu. He's in an offside position there. Come on, Liverpool, switch on. Come on. Oh. Tell you what, Tottenham fans. I'm fuming at this referee. Come on, Liverpool. Forward now. Quicker. Speed. Bit more pace, man. Oh, kickers. Stop going backwards, please, lad. Just have a lot more confidence. Kickers. Oh, lovely. Well done. Kickers. Get your head up, lads. Oh, lucky there. It's a corner to Liverpool. Come on. But I tell you, Kickers, he's getting into those positions. And this is where the space will open up, of course, with the extra man. It's what we do in those wide areas when we get into the penalty box. Just slightly outside the penalty box as well, Tottenham. On the byline. Just need to wait. Take an extra 1 or 2 seconds. Get our heads up and find the Liverpool man in the 6-yard box. Come on. Try getting that extra runner as well on these corners. There's someone needs to get him doubling up on Virgil. Vicario's punched it. You've ran into your own player there, lad. And the Tottenham on the counter attack here. Kudos. Lovely ball to find. Porro. He's got Kolo Muani and only Kolo. Oh, how's that not 1-0? Wow, Liverpool got away with that again. Switch on here, Eds. Fantastic breakaway by Tottenham. A lovely diagonal switch by Kudos to find Porro, who blasts it inside the penalty box. And Jed Spence, thankfully for a Liverpool perspective, absolutely air kicks that and completely messes that up. But now Liverpool going up the other end. Just far too slow at the minute. Far too slow for our liking when we're on the ball. There's taking your time, then there's literally taking your time. Little dummy. Conor Bradley inside the penalty box. He's found Jones. He's trying to poke that into Hugo Ekitike. And Romero is screaming at his teammates to just get back. Quick corner by Liverpool. Well done, lads. Oh, just flick to the far stick. To Flo. Go on, Flo. Just run at them, lads. Kickers again. Little give and go between him and Wirtz. Not a lot of movement so far for Liverpool. Far too passive. Oh, big Val. Ball forward here now. Well done, Bradley. Has he kept that in? He has. Big Val. Oh, just so... What are we doing here, Eds? So poor. Poor. Tell you what, chat. We switch off here. You'd think Liverpool would man with the team with the 10 men at the minute. A diagonal switch. He's offside there, Kudos. But I tell you what, it's a mad ball. That's a big vote. He needs to get his head up there a bit more quicker, big vote, to find Kolo Muani at the far stick. Because if he does, Muani would have been running onto the end of that, the back post, and he would have had a 1v1 with Alisson Becker. But Bradley recovered that. So you've got 2 minutes left of normal time here, Eds. But Liverpool, it's really poor at the minute. not being good enough. Yeah, the passing backwards really frustrating, mate, isn't it? Especially when you're on against 10 men. It's got to show a bit more belief, a lot more confidence. You certainly got a lot of midfielders. Like, we shouldn't be this poor in possession. And Bradley's getting dispossessed here now. Jed Spence running at Liverpool's back line. He's on his own at the minute. And that's going to be a penalty. Oh, I tell you what. That should be getting reviewed. And I think that will be getting a penalty. Referees waved it away. But I tell you what. I think Bradley slips there and takes him out. Come on, Liverpool. Play on. Play on here, ref. Oh, I didn't know it was a Liverpool player down. Bradley's down here. Let's have a little look on this second replay. Yeah, sorry there, chat. As I said, I'm watching a game as we are live anyway. But the second angle, yeah. Spencer's ran into him there. Apologies, chat. Yeah. Yeah, he runs into him. No foul there, ref. Oh, sorry there, chat. I'm like you, watching it for the first time. So commentary sometimes difficult. You can only see the first analysis, but I tell you what, there's no way. I swear, if Bradley's injured again, will that be his third or fourth injury this season? 3 minutes added on here, chat. Obviously, if you are tuning in for the first time tonight, Liverpool are up against 10 men. Obviously, Xavi Simons getting sent off in the 33rd minute. And looking at Virgil, yeah, pointing to his sock. He's got a massive hole in the sock there. Just to indicate to the referee, just to say where that tackle was. On a different day, that could have been very dangerous. And it was a dangerous challenge for Xavi Simons. Any lower, and that would have been on the back of his Achilles, Virgil. Yeah. Just got to force the ball, haven't you, chat? So, what are you there, chat? We've got 3 minutes added on here, chat, but say, yeah, we could play for another 20 hours and Liverpool still wouldn't get a goal. But at the minute, Bradley's still down, chat. And what is it with Liverpool's right backs this season not staying fit? If this continues and persists, all well and good trying to sign a couple of centre halves and a couple of midfielders. But if both fullbacks do continue to keep on getting injuries, being available is so important in terms of just building on consistency at the back and keeping clean sheets. I'm on here, Eds. Yeah. What is he? Joel Matip's too busy they're still promoting Schalke match. Good to see Joel. So yeah. Come on, Reds. Can Liverpool create one opportunity just before half time? But the minute Liverpool's 2 shots have been on target in this game, but even still, you're looking at those chances that we created, a 0.20 expected XG. Nothing big, really, at all. So those. Tell you what, this is one of the worst halves of football we've seen from any side in the Premier League this season, chat. Liverpool and Tottenham here today. Trying to bring as much enjoyment to you as well, Reds, but yeah, it's just been really poor so far. Real lack of opportunities at the top end of the pitch for either side. Jones. Oh, he's trying to play an eye of a needle ball there, really, Curtis. Trying too hard. Obviously, with the Conor Bradley injury and being down, probably will be an extra minute or so added on. Come on, Flo. Quick one. Don't be waiting, just throw it in. Oh. That's what I'm saying, chat. Just slow with the minute. Come on, open them up here now. Mac, let them be a corner. Be a corner. Yeah, it's a corner. Go on, Reds. Quick one. Quick corner. Switch on here. Quick one. That's it, Bradley. Try and do something. There we go. Quick one. Dom's now taking this corner. Probably last kick of the first half here, Reds. Can we get another shot on side goal? Try and create a bit more of a better opportunity. That's what we should be doing. Just pull to the far stick. Viets. Don't foul him. Don't foul him, Viets. Oh, we're just allowing them to get out there, man. Silly foul, man. And for both sets of supporters and probably the neutrals, referee saved us. Because that is probably, chat, for yous, that's certainly got to be one of the worst halves of football we've seen from Liverpool this season. Up against 10 men for what? Like, I know, obviously, 33 minutes in was the red card, but tell you what, chat, that is one of the worst halves of football we've seen from Liverpool this season. Thankfully, we've kept a clean sheet, but we've come up against a very awful Tottenham side included in that as well, Reds. But tell you what, something's drastically got to improve, because we can say change the midfield, but we've got all of our best midfielders on the pitch, and that's the concerning part of it as well. If you're wanting to change midfield, you've only got Trainioni there really to come on and mainly make a change there, Red. So yeah, chat, your first half analysis on that game. Because I tell you what, just looking at this now, for Liverpool, of course, with the extra numerical advantage, with the extra man anyway, we've improved our possession with regards to that anyway. Liverpool have had 63% possession compared to Tottenham's 37%. XG for both sides, Tottenham have had a better XG, considering they're down to 10 men. 0.44 to Liverpool's 0.25. Tottenham's total shots 4 to Liverpool's. Tottenham's 5 total shots to Liverpool's 4. Shots on target is abysmal for both sides. 1 shot on target for Tottenham and 2 shots on target for Liverpool, but even still 0.25. It's not even a credible shot, really. No really big chances for Tottenham. 1 to Liverpool 0 big chances. Big chances missed for Tottenham 1. I'm guessing the classing the Kolo Muani one. Yeah, the Kolo Muani header really was their big chance. The XG on that was 0.33 anyway. So yeah, for me, Kolo Muani should at least, and that was just before they went. That was on the 27th minute there. So Tottenham did have 11 men on the pitch at that point in time anyway. So just looking at the chances, really poor. So I'm going to have a look at the statistics from a passing perspective for both sides. Liverpool's 285 to Tottenham's 170. Accurate passes, Liverpool 89% to Tottenham's 81. Passes in our own half 96. Tottenham opposition's half, and this is where It's really, really frustrating for me, Reds. You're looking at the opposition half for Liverpool in terms of our passing. It's 79% to Tottenham 76%, so Liverpool's slightly shading that. But considering Liverpool have been up against 10 men, a lot over our passing for the majority of that. Obviously Liverpool have made in the opposition half 147 to our own half, which is 107. But we need to, and even when you're looking at the final third as well, for both sides, Liverpool have only registered 23 more passes in the final third, compared to Tottenham, and we're a man up. So Liverpool's final third passing 66 to Tottenham's 43. Liverpool have got 78 percentile compared to Tottenham's 77. So Liverpool only shading that by 1 percentile, which is ridiculous when you analyse the game. Not good enough in terms of progressing that ball into the final thirds of the pitch. Accurate crosses still for both sides. Tottenham have had 3 crosses. Accurate crosses 43%, to Liverpool's 26% as well. So yeah, just touches in the opposition penalty area. Liverpool 13 to Tottenham's 18. Ridiculous. Absolutely not good enough from Liverpool. I'll tell you what, we've got to be very careful when we go into the second half, really, that Liverpool don't get caught on a counter-attack. There's been a couple of occasions, as we know, obviously that diagonal switch to Kudos to find Bergvall, if he's got a bit more nous about him. Bergvall, if he plays that ball a bit more earlier, or obviously it's great defending, great positional play by Conor Bradley, but even still, that ball should not be going in that direction. But yeah, Tottenham, if they're a bit more streetwise in the second half, could come away from this game with all 3 points. If Liverpool don't buck up our ideas, really. Why are they looking at the definition of serious foul play? It's a red card. I suppose you've got to calm down the Tottenham supporters anyway, but a tackle that and challenge that endangers the safety of the opposition or uses excessive force and brutal must be sanctioned as a serious foul play. Speed, intensity, force, and we certainly did see that in the challenge. It's just reckless. It's reckless. That's all it has to be. Reckless challenge. And considering Xavi Simons going against his national team colleague as well, the captain of the Oranginas in Holland as well, you want Virgil for the World Cup, Xavi? What are you doing, lad? And thankfully, yeah, and that's the main thing, is that what's wrong? It's Achilles. We know how serious Achilles injuries can be in football. It can be career-ending. And the fact any professional, and especially regardless of it, you don't want to be seeing that challenge on a football pitch. If that's a good couple of centimetres lower and more fully on his Achilles, chat, that is the definition of serious foul play. Ridiculous. Endangering the opposition, and you don't want to be seeing that any football pitch, whether that be five-a-side, up and down around the world, really. It's the worst challenge you can ever possibly see in a football pitch. Any Achilles challenges when it's on the back of someone's leg or back of the ankle and back of the Achilles as well. So Virgil's got away with that one as well. But chat, and they're just looking at that Virgil van Dijk one as well by Gordon. Let's have a little look at this one. Yeah, the thing, and I know with the Gordon one we had, and this is what I was saying when I first seen it, we've actually had a bit of proper refereeing today. Everyone's mentioning that Gordon one, but I think with the Gordon challenge a bit more higher up the leg. But if that challenge from Gordon was a bit more lower, that we've seen from Simons, I think we will see. We should have seen a red card on that day anyway, but we didn't get it. But we know about these referees, don't we, chat? Chat, what we should do in the second half. Any changes for yous? As we said, we'll quickly shoot over. Yeah. Oh, right there, chat. That's the scoreboard. Certainly don't want to be seeing the scoreboard when it's 0-0. But you're looking at the bench for Liverpool, chat. In terms of Liverpool's attacking options, you've got Rio, you've got Isaac, you've got Chiesa as well, And you look at the midfield, chat. What are you doing? For me, it's about, obviously we know McAllister's playing in that number 10 role. But for me, I do think we just need a bit more pace about our game. And for me personally, chat, we won't probably see it straight away. But for me, as we get to the 50, 60th minute mark, if it is still that, this is what I'm doing. Taking off Mackett, putting Isaac on, putting Ekatike, put him to the left-hand side. And then, that's what I'm doing, certainly, personally, chat. Playing Viet in behind Isaac, playing Dom down that right-hand side anyway, and then playing Ekatike a bit more to the further left of that position anyway. I think that's certainly what I'd do in the 50, 60th minute mark, and I do think we will see both Ekatike and Isaac both on the pitch at some stage this afternoon. But if Liverpool can get a couple of goals and we get ahead, then of course, personally, I personally would swap out Isaac and Ekatike just to protect Ekatike, given the amount of minutes he has played as well. So, yeah, you're looking at the bench. We've not got a lot of big opportunities. This is why when you look at the rumours and speculation around Semenyo, if he is to come in, if you could put a Semenyo to this bench, and even add him into the start 11, it just gives up a lot more freedom, really, and a lot more quality fundamentally for Liverpool. That's no disrespect to Chiesa and Rio as well, but we're talking about a completely different quality of option on the bench if he is on Liverpool's bench. But that's me getting ahead of ourselves. But yeah, chat. Of course, as it stands, obviously Isaac is still on the bench, but that's personally what I would like to see from Liverpool. If the game is to continue, just need to change something up, really, Reds. Certainly, I think we haven't got. So let me just check. In terms of you're looking at the in terms of successful dribbles. Trying to find up the passing accuracy of Florian Wirtz this afternoon. So in terms of the afternoon, very limited. Shot accuracy, he's had 1 out of 2. In terms of passing accuracy, he's got 93% passing accuracy, but he's only made 41 passes in the game. For me, going into the second half, he needs to be at least doubling or even tripling that. Get Wirtz on the ball and try and play a bit more through him, really. That's why I do think just getting that extra man up front, because at the minute, Ekatike is just so isolated up against the likes of Van der Ven and Romero. Of course, he's been sent off. So, of course, and that's what Tottenham are very much reverted to, playing a bit more of a defensive approach. But what they've done really well, Tottenham, is when they've got Bergvall or they've had Bentancur, remember that Bergvall chance, obviously just hitting a diagonal switch, and that's what Liverpool will be up against in the second half. The pace of Mawani and against Kudos. And then when you look at Tottenham's bench as well, probably wouldn't surprise me if Paulinho does come on, give a bit more defensive assurance, really. But obviously in terms of their bench options, you've got Johnson, you've got Tell, Richarlison, but you'd probably expect Richarlison to come on in the 60th minute mark if it is still 0-0. So, chat, a lot of work to do from Liverpool, but for me, get Isaac on as quick as we possibly can. I think we'll see first 10-15 minutes. If nothing changes, then quickly get the subs on, get Isaac on the pitch, get Ekatike on the pitch, and certainly try and just get a bit more pace on the team as well. So, but we'll find out in the second half. We need to improve much more in the second half, Reds. So I find some things. Big up there. Woeful performance. This is unwatchable. Never attack any space. Just simply not good enough as well. Big up there. Yeah, it has been a difficult watch, really, mate. It's not been up to the standards in which we like to hope, really. But when you're up against 10 men, you need to make that extra numerical advantage. You need to be forcing it. You need to be stretching the pitch, like we all know as well. Yeah, we need attacking players on the pitch now up against 10 men as well. Big up there, Ashkar as well, mate. Case is needed in this game as well. Yeah, it's if he's going to get an opportunity, but isn't it? It's you'd be very. We'd like to see him, mate, but whoever Arne Slot. But so yeah, and if Chiesa comes on, I personally would bring him on. I think, as you said there, Ashkar, get him on anyway, mate. I'd bring on a bit more pace. I'd personally bring on Chiesa and I'd bring on Isaac as well. Take two of the midfield players off and then play with a double pivot of Grav or Szoboszlai or Jones or whatever. But yeah, they would have, mate, and that's the. But City are a different animal really this season, mate. I do think they will win the league this season, sadly. Yeah, chat saying is yeah. Need to do something, chat. Need to do something. But you're looking at that January window, chat. Not just for Arne this season, but in terms of keeping us in the race for Champions League football, it's imperative that Liverpool sign some players, sign a couple of centre halves, an elite level attacker, and Semenyo would include in that. He's got a lot of quality, and we've seen this season. But if it's not a Semenyo, get a Barcola or get someone in. We need more quality in. Mister said get Frimpong on, possibly as well, mate. But the problem with Frimpong, though, bud, is actually, yeah, there we go. We're actually getting Isaac. There we go, chat. Isaac's on, thankfully. There we go. Isaac's coming on for Bradley. So Dominic Szoboszlai is going right back, chat. There we go, chat. Happy days. There we go. Anna, nice one, that. There we go. Something needed to have give. Didn't it, chat? And we are back underway here, chat, for the second half. Liverpool shooting from right to left. But, chat, we got a substitution, thankfully, because it was much needed. Right, so, Conor Bradley come off. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Dom's gone right back, chat. Or is there a chance let me make those subs? There we go. And then Isaac has come on. So Isaac has come on. There we go. So yeah, chance to make a substitution. So we actually have got a substitution from Arnett. I'm happy he's actually, you had to really going through all those statistics. Not good enough. When you're analysing the game. Because what now Tottenham have got to deal with is, obviously you'll have Ekatike dropping in deep, but at least we'll have that vocal point inside. Go on, Curtis. That's it. Well done, lad. Let's get a couple of crosses into the box. You got Ekatike and you got Isaac there as well. It's a complete different proposition now Tottenham have got to deal with, having those two lads up front. Obviously. Well done. That's it, can I say? Well done. Just have a bit more confidence. Ibula. Curtis. Oh yeah, Ekatike, yeah, chat. Ekatike's gone down the right there. And that's what we said. That's what he done against Leeds, wasn't he, Reds? So it looks like Ekatike's drifted to the right and Flo has gone to the left-hand channel. And you've got Isaac through the middle. Oh, what a ball that is by Curtis to find Mackett. Go on, Flo. McAllister. Well done, Virts. Can you keep that in? Well done, Virts. Liverpool probing the back line of Tottenham at the minute, which this is what we should be doing for the whole of the 90 minutes now. Till the end of the game should just be Liverpool dominating, getting on the ball, getting the ball to the byline. Oh, Flo, what are you doing, man? Yeah, he needs to be a lot more bold than this. And I suppose I'm putting aside the attacking football, which is so important to Liverpool's game chat as well. But the last couple of weeks, we've certainly looked a lot more, putting the Sunderland game and the Leeds game, certainly the Leeds game, aside. There seems to be a bit more of a better structure, which is so important because this season we've been leaking stupid goals, haven't we? Plenty of stupid goals. Too many of them. Ekatike getting bullied there. Not good to see by Jed Spence. And that is so poor by Jed Spence. Bergval's made a tremendous run down that left-hand channel. So greedy. Dor Isaac. Go on, lads. Chase that. Yeah, and that's the beauty of, like, having Liverpool's forward line. Like, there's so much adaptability when you bring Isaac on. Because sometimes in certain shapes as well, you can play with a 2 and then a 10 of Viet in behind. But at the minute, it's a three-prong attack with Viet off the left-hand channel, Isaac through the middle, and Ekatike on the right. But yeah, big up there. Yeah. Respect. Hopefully, mate. Good to see we've got a new face in here as well, Reds. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you drop a like on the video as well. If you're watching on X or Facebook, head over to the YouTube channel. Search Anfield Index. On the road to 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. So massive thank you to everyone for the big support. You'll have, of course, Gags Tandon after the full-time whistle tonight, taking you through the game on his analysis of the game. Let's hope we are, Gags and the lads are talking about all 3 points. And of course, you have the post-match roar out this evening as well. The full podcast. If you are an Anfield Index Pro member, you'll be able to listen to that in its full entirety if you have subscribed. Head over to AnfieldIndex.com if you want to get involved with all the shows as well. Trevor and the lads unpacking the game. Pedro Porro. Just keep it. Gotta be careful there, Ebu. Hold on. Yeah, you can pass it. You can pass all night long, can't we, chap? But it's what you do with those. It's about getting those like the progressive passes forward, taking risks as well. But at the minute, the way this game's been, it's screaming that Tottenham on one of their attacks will counter-attack Liverpool and score. What are we doing? Got away with that one there, Dom. Come on, lads. It's a big game. Come on, Curtis. Someone needs to grab this game, man. Be the match winner. Just the speed Liverpool are playing at the minute. It's frustrating, and you can see from some of the players as well the reaction. Big up there, bud. Yeah. Just a bit like. Endo's injured, bud. Yeah, Endo's out for a while. I think David Lynch mentioned it today on one of his articles. I think he's out for until January, mid-January, I think it was, around that time. Which is another player, another midfielder down as well, so not ideal. Go on, Hugo. V8 on the byline. He's got a corner out of that. But at the minute, Liverpool have only got one recognised midfielder in terms of like a central midfielder / attacking midfielder. Obviously in the form of a Trainioni. And especially when Liverpool are relying on like 4 or 5 of our midfielders on the pitch at the same time. It's difficult, chat. Surely we have to start rotating some of these games. McAllister, take your time there. Jones, corner. Well, Liverpool. McAllister, Curtis. He's found Isaac. Be stronger than that, Alexander. Oh, get up, Isaac. He's appealing for a foul on him anyway. Isaac's still gone down. He's still down here. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look at this. I don't think he's meant that, Bentancur. Let's have a little look at that. Oh, I tell you what. Yeah, he's got away with that, Bentancur. I tell you what, even when we were playing against 6 men, 6 Tottenham players, we'd be still struggling, chat. But yeah, it looks like it's going to have to be a 1. We'll take a 30-yard deflection goal at this point. Yeah. Yeah. Some games just so frustrating with the calibre of players we've got as well, chat, innit? Obviously, it's just getting caught in between in terms of integrating new players into the team and the system. It's much better. V8. Flow. Oh, it's just... What is that, man? It's a counter-attack here for Tottenham. We're just trying to... I think one of you, Chas, you mentioned it. Trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. Come on. Isaac. Go on. Florian Wirtz. Wirtz to Isaac! Get in! Oh, don't be injured, Isaac. He scored. Oh, don't be injured, please, after just scoring. Oh, he's down in absolute agony anyway. Isaac, he scored. Oh, don't be injured, man. 1-0 to Liverpool, but... Tell you what. Oh, hopefully he's okay. But it's 1-0 Liverpool. But off the back of that challenge, off the back of that goal, Isaac could be a bad one. A bad one. What a finish that is. That's more like Isaac as well. One touch out of his feet. Lovely ball in. First touch. Oh, no, he doesn't even take a touch. Sorry, Chas. Just strikes it. It's all about that pass into him. And you've got Isaac in that position. Get in. Liverpool 1-0. Liverpool have broken the deadlock finally. But that's what we said at half time. Get an extra man into the box. Get Isaac there. Give 2 strikers. But there's big concern here for Alexander Isak. Oh, please. Just that doesn't have any luck, this lad, does he? Well, we haven't had any luck this season in terms of injuries. Yeah, Chas, hopefully he's... Hopefully it's just a bit of a sore one and he can run it off, but... Johnson's coming on for Tottenham. But Chas, first real time Liverpool actually got hold of the ball and we drive with it, real intent, and but that's what we said at half time. We needed two strikers and needed a bit more of an opportunity just to vacate those opportunities. But looking at this opportunity here, chat, Romero, awful pass out there. Ekatike into the space to find Wirtz. All the rival fans shove that. That's a Florian Wirtz assist, mate. Here we go, lad. Should have had about 10 already if our strikers could finish. But finally, he's actually found one of his teammates that can put the ball into the back of the net. Florian Wirtz. Oh, it's an awful challenge by Van der Ven, no chat. Just looking at that angle. It's going to be a bad one, this chat for Isaac. His ankle gets caught in Van der Ven. It's ridiculous. What is with these Tottenham players with these challenges tonight? Hopefully we'll find out, but that could be a bad one, that chat. Isaac. Thankfully, he doesn't need a stretcher anyway. But Isaac, the goal scorer, being taken off. He's only been on the pitch. Matter of, 50 minutes. He scored. Isn't he, Tilshin? Yeah. He gets his ankle caught, but obviously it's very close that in it where your leg just gets jarred under a challenge. But yeah, Frimpong's come on here, chat. Ball to the far stick, chat. So disappointing to see that, chat, anyway. So Frimpong's going to be playing as a right midfielder at the minute, chat, with that substitution. Wait 1 second there, chat. There we go. Yeah, so Frimpong's on here, chat. Frimpong's on. Yeah, chat. Yeah, he was covering his face there, mate. I think that just says a lot about it. Isaac's not one to really stay down. He's always wants to try and get up and back up on his feet as well. Oh, sloppy by Tottenham. But tell you what, hopefully Isaac, I think it could be a couple of month job, that one, chat. But we'll find out after the full time a bit more tomorrow as well when all that I'll be needing to get scanned of injury. Come on, Curtis. So a big onus really now on Frimpong. Just try and create a bit more space, try and preoccupy the width as well for Liverpool. Certainly does add a lot of pace. But chat, what was it? We all anticipated if Frimpong was fully fit this season. I think that was always the plan, really, to play Frimpong as a more of a right mid, right winger in this system when Salah went to AFCON. So I think for the next couple of weeks, I think Frimpong, if he's 100% fully fit, and Bradley has a bit of luck in terms of not getting injuries as well. So, but chat, part and parcel, it's about having a big squad and rotating well. Ekatike, he's nutmegged him there. Actually great. Just don't allow him out from the back. Jones, lovely ball. That's a better ball there, Curtis. More forward passing, forward thinking. Frimpong inside the penalty box. Take your time there, Jeremy. Just unlucky there, chat. Yeah, Graham. Bit more defensive. Yeah. And that chat, and that's why that substitution says a lot. Exactly where Arne Slot does think about Chiesa. I'd say I'd be very surprised if Chiesa's still at the club after January. Kolo Muani off the bar by Tottenham. There's a bit of our luck. We've had it. Need to be switched on here. Spence shot on target. But tell you what, Liverpool at the back here tonight. Absolute shambles. Kolo Muani's done well to travel with it. Thankfully, that ball didn't drop into the top corner. Kirkes has got a touch on that. But it loops over Alisson Becker's head. And thankfully, he was getting nowhere near it as well. Thankfully, that ball is at the crossbar. Because that would have been that nearly, very closely, 1-1. And Tottenham are of absolutely nothing. Oh, hello, Camden. Where are you going, la? Sorry there, chat. Don't know what's happening there. Okay, guys. Ball in. But it's another big. So that goal for Liverpool, chat. Let's have a little look where that puts Liverpool in the league table now at the minute. At the minute, as it stands, that moves Liverpool up to 5th in the Premier League, level on points with Chelsea. Just need the second goal, chat, and then we can actually sit behind the ball. But I'll tell you what, even that's the last thing we want. Hugo Ekitike. He's hobbling. At the minute, we've only got Hugo Ekitike is the only natural recognised number 9. Frimpong, ball in. Ekitike, get in! Hugo, lads! There we go, Hugo Ekitike, he does it again. Get in, Hugo. I'll tell you what, he's done so well to climb and get that ball. The ball just dropped to him inside the penalty box. But Romero's been yellow carded, but what a header that is. Get in there, Hugo. That's what happens when you actually whip a ball into the box to one of your strikers. But Jeremy Frimpong, little deflection, but what a header that is, Reds. Get in. That's the second goal we needed, chat. Bit more of a protection now. I'll tell you what, you won't see a better header in the Premier League all weekend. What a header that is. The elevation. Romero's complaining, saying he's pushed in the back. But I'm sorry, you're a big centre-half, mate. You need to be doing much better than that. But Hugo Ekitike, what a header that is, Reds. And a much, much, much needed second goal for Liverpool. And now Tottenham, they can't continue just to sit in deep here now, even with a numerical disadvantage. Tottenham, do they go for it? Do they go for the... What's happening here? Oh, is Thomas Frank being yellow carded as well? Oh, someone behind Thomas Frank's being yellow carded. But get in there, Reds. That's a brilliant header. Yes, get in there, chat. Yeah. I think it should class as a Frimpong assist, but it took a deflection, but we know with like the FPL, I think there's a different change on that anyway. But for me, that should be it takes a deflection on the way to him, but let's have a little look. Has it gone down? Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, so One of them really, chat. Just got to keep the clean sheet here now, Reds. Concentration levels. Got to keep our heads. So long throw in here now. Bergvall with a long throw here. Ball into the box. Cleared by Virgil. Ball into the... down this right hand side here now. Bergvall. Just see this game out here now, Reds. And even look to just even counter attack. Okay, Kez. Don't dive in. Do your time, lad. Well done. Tottenham set piece coach was getting yellow carded. What is it with set piece coaches loving the limelight on the touchline? Like that Arsenal set piece coach gets more airtime than Tom Cruise, mate. It's a joke. I get obviously Arsenal love to score set pieces and all that, but that's his job, as Roy Keane would say. Come on. Chance, get in there, Reds. Get in. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, top finisher, man. And if you give him the ball in the air and the ball on his right, there's ball on the left as well there, chat. Yeah, fantastic. And the game now certainly should open up a bit more now for Liverpool. Or is it damage limitations really now? The Tottenham just sit in behind, but I'll tell you that now, the Tottenham fans won't be happy, even when they are down to 10 men. McAllister, is that going to be a free kick? No, it's going to be offside. Referee was the advantage there. That's a foul. There's going to be a raft of changes now for Tottenham. Says a lot about what Tottenham are doing here now. Paulinho coming on. Oh, Tottenham fans won't like that. Bergvall off for Paulinho. And Gray off. Gray off for Paulinho. And Nobabert, the French forward, coming on. Yeah, it was fantastic. I don't want to chat. Yeah, and just remember, chat, Leeds. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Viet assist. Get in, mate. Just, it would be nice if you can just get a goal as well, Flo. If you can just get a goal to add to his assist today. But I tell you what, chat. We signed a very... We knew what we were getting, obviously. We all knew his qualities in terms of, like, the... We've got Isaac, and then we've got the next up and coming Isaac as well, in terms of like the data wise as well, what he was doing in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt and in Europe as well. But just we've seen already what he's got. He's got every tool in his locker, Ekatike, this season, and what a beauty it is to have Isaac and Ekatike in our club as well. Hopefully Isaac isn't out for a long time anyway, but we certainly will need Ekatike more than ever now. If he is out for a couple of weeks, Isaac. But Ekatike, even today, he's not had many opportunities, but when they've come about, he's certainly taken all of them. He's took the big main one anyway. Go on from Punk. Get a ball in, lads. Grav. Okay, Kes, lads. You would have been offside anyway. But chat, in terms of where that puts Liverpool in the Premier League, as we said. Level on points with Chelsea. We're currently 5th in the league. Palace have still got to play. United have still got to play, of course. But yeah, it's a tremendous header. And then I get Romero's complaining, but chat, that's football. Anyone that's played any standards of football, like, you're a big centre half. Be stronger than that. Like, you're 6 foot odd. But Ekatike, I think that doing the Kylian Mbappe celebration. Go ahead, lad. But yeah. He's funny as well. Ekatike, get him, lad. Hugo. Little give and go. Oh, well done, Flo. So much space here now, especially the last 10 minutes. That second goal. You do feel sorry for Van de Ven and Romero some weeks, some of the poor defending around them as well. Yeah, 5th, chat. We're up to 5th. It's not where we want to be, but slow steps this season. It's got to keep on chipping away. And even still, it hasn't been in a world-class performance today, Reds, but it was always going to be a difficult game. Even though we did do the double over them last season, but there's been a lot of change for Liverpool. There's new players coming in and everything. But it would be nice for the goal difference as well. We got a couple of goals this afternoon. Yeah, because like, you look at Chelsea, he's plus 12. We're on only plus 4 this season. Which is mad considering we played 17 games already this season. Just got to keep on chipping away, chat. And the thing is, no taking for granted against Wolves. Wolves coming to Anfield in a couple of days' time anyway. Everyone, of course, the expectation will be a Liverpool big win, but we've seen Liverpool this season just got to keep on chipping away at results and hopefully just improving our overall performance. Like, because this is now where you learn. Like, that Leeds game was atrocious, chat. Like, the lack of, like, balance and the lack of control within a game. We were winning that game, weren't we? We'd got back into the lead for, like, how many times in that game? Like, we should be able to see that game out. Even before Liverpool get our third goal. If he scored them 3 goals away from home, that should be enough. Even tonight, two goals up, 15 minutes left. Just see the game out. Get up. On Ibu, la. I think that will be a yellow card as well. Yeah. Silly yellow, Ibu. Don't be doing that, la. Silly foul. Tottenham, fewest home points, 17 this season. Been abysmal at home, haven't they, this year? West Ham 20, Wolves 21, Fulham 29. So Wolves have got more home points than Tottenham. This is obviously a stat since November 2024. That's staggering, that, isn't it? That's crazy. Considering how poor Wolves have been this season as well. Or especially the last 12 months. Yeah, so good, man. Shane. There's so much quality with him as a player. I think in terms of getting goals and assists, he obviously contributed really well in that Bayer Leverkusen side, didn't he, under Xabi Alonso. He's got that goal threat, and obviously defensively as well. But sheer pace and abundance, that lad. Main thing for him and Bradley and for every Liverpool player, really, mate, is just keeping him fit. Keeping him fit, that's the main thing. And if we can, then I think it'll grow in confidence and grow in performance level as well. And it'll only benefit Liverpool. But 13 minutes left to go here, lads. Just keep hold of the ball, lads. And at the minute, this is awful. Like, I get, obviously, Tottenham are down to 10 men, but there's going to be one right old massive. It's going to sound like Goodison Park in 20 minutes, like 15 minutes time anyway, when that whistle goes. A chorus of boos. And you can understand the frustration from Tottenham fans today. They've just been awful. Go on, Jeremy. Go ahead, lads. Yeah, 8 goals for the Ekatike in the league, which is amazing. Considering it's his first time in the Premier League. Fantastic. And that's so frustrating, Joe, with Isaac getting that goal and then getting injured. The lad just doesn't have any luck really at all. Come on from Pongla. Can he get another assist? Well done. No foul there, referee. Well done, Maka. He's collected that. But ball in. Oh, good ball by Dom. Just couldn't quite find the Liverpool player. Viet. Come on, let's get Viet a goal here, chat. Got Isaac one. Get him a goal and assist. Chat, keep an eye on your player of the match today for Liverpool. Give us that in 5 minutes. It'll be interesting. It's not like being a glitzy and glamorous performance, Red. It's just been a job done, really, to say the least. And that's what we said coming into this game. Reds, of course, the performance level you want to be seeing much more, of course. But I think the later this season does pan and go on, the more it will be, performance levels will gradually improve. Oh, bloody hell. Kelleher saved a penalty today, did he, chat? Just checked on the FPL. He's got 11 points. Well, loves the penalty save, Queeve, doesn't he? That's the big question mark, isn't it? The big question mark, bud. Obviously, the pressures already coming into this game was so high for this Tottenham side, but I think any neutral that has seen Thomas Frank since his time in the Premier League, he's a top coach. He got the best out of what he could have at that Brentford side. But the thing is, he was at Brentford for how many years? A long time. He built that side, built the club in terms of help structure that team. Will Thomas Frank get a lot more transfer windows? Okay, let's get it away. Ali done the job. Oh, chat didn't even clock here. But yeah, Mark, as a neutral watching Thomas, hopefully he gets a bit more time, because today watching this Tottenham side, and probably on a couple of not watch them loads this season, but the glimpses we've seen, it's not a Thomas Frank side. You look at this Tottenham side today, you can get what he's trying to do, but he just hasn't had the personnel to play the way in which he wants at the minute. Like there's quality amongst a lot of quality throughout this Tottenham side, but what Tottenham fans probably will argue as well, you still got to get results over the line. And similar with watching Liverpool this season, of course, winning the league last year, always bringing in new players. But yeah, too a shame. So as a neutral, hopefully he keeps his job, but we know that's never going to be a penalty. Richarlison, keep it out. Oh, Richarlison, man. 2-1. What are we doing, man? I swear. It's always him, innit? Richarlison. It's so poor, chat. And as Tilsheen's just literally just said before we conceded, clean sheet would be nice. It's ricocheting. Virgil. As a team collective, that is horrendous. Here's the clean sheet out the window. Oh, just a calamity. Calamity sometimes. Just so poor. Van Dijk just outstretching, and then Ibu. Why are you so close in proximity of him, Ibu? So 8 minutes left to go. We're against 10 men and we're doing this. We just can't keep clean sheets, can we? Oh, they're checking for VAR. I can't see no issues there. What's it getting checked for? I firstly watching that. I don't know why that's getting VAR'd. They must have seen something else. Clearly. Is there a foul on the build-up? A sweeping up at the aftermath. So the goal should stand, but the checking. Oh. Well, there we go, Reds. We literally just mentioned the Leeds game, 2 minutes ago? Yeah. Oh, come on, Liverpool. We don't half help ourselves, man. Thing is, we've got players on the pitch that can on the day, control games of football. They're fully capable of controlling games of football with the ball at the feet. But any form of little bit of pressure, we can see the goal. That's going to be yellow cards. It's a foul, Maka. That's it. Just be a lot more streetwise here, Eds, as well. Just start going down if we need to. Just suck the life out of this game, man. Yeah, hopefully not. Yeah, chat. It was a VAR check for the apparently for Richarlison. I think it was something in the build-up. But as I said, there was nothing on the initial goal. But chat, thoughts on that Van Dijk one? That's why I said wait until the 85th minute to give you man in a match, because he just knew that it was so frustrating, man. It's just simple football though, chat. I'm looking at that goal from Virgil van Dijk. Both centre-halves. The ball watching. Absolutely ball watching. And then they're so close together. If Ibu's not that close to him, to Virgil, he can get that second ball when that ball ricochets. Richarlison! Cameraman filmed the game, lad, but what are we doing? I didn't even see the build-up because the cameraman just... Dom, get up! Sabozlai, get up, man! Oh, is that handball? Is that handball? They're appealing for handball. Chat, this might be a penalty to Tottenham here. There's a handball in the build-up there. Curtis. Oh. Yeah, does he? Curtis, I found the replay. Curtis losing the ball for Richarlison. What are we doing? What are we... Where are our leaders? Don't worry, there's no one ball there, chat. There's a corner here now, Liverpool defending. Just love to make it hard for ourselves, don't we? Ball in. Clear by Kirkes. Just so... What are Van Dijk and what are some of the lads doing, man? Just communicate, man. It's so frustrating. I can... Like, it's all well and good. This isn't the tactics from Arne Slot. Yes, maybe drop 10, 15 yards. But it's all about the personnel, the players on the pitch. Communicate with each other. We get when you can... But when you can see the goal, our head should not drop like this every single time this season. It's been the story of our season, old heads. Get up, Frimpong! Ali, keep hold of the ball. Keep hold of the ball, man. Get a bit of calmness as well. Yeah, as you said there, it's a self-destruction button. Oh, saying that. Sorry, Frimpong. I apologise, mate. Absolutely apologise. Referee. He's bleeding from his mouth. And that's handball. What? Jed Spence just handballed that. That's what Mac is saying. And Frimpong, did he actually swing out there with Frimpong? Let's have a little look at this. Oh, so it's one of them from Richarlison. Snidey. It's a snidey little elbow, that, from Richarlison. That's it for Frimpong. Frustrate them. Where's Virgil? Please escort him away. Where's the leadership here? Virgil, just get involved and just have it out with Richarlison, lads. Protect your players, man. Well, that's clever by Frimpong there. Chat, I get he is wasting time, but he's just adding to a bit more of it already. Just allows the game just to settle now. Of course, there'd be an extra 2-3 minutes added on, but is Frimpong coming off? Yeah, I think Frimpong's coming off anyway. Fair play, Arnett. Arnett's literally made a sub. Frimpong off. Yeah. What chance? So, Szoboszlai back to playing right back again. 9 minutes. Chat, 9 minutes added on. Yes. Punch by Ali. 9 minutes added on, chat. Strap yourselves in. Still another 9 minutes. 9 minutes, chat. 2 subs. Yeah, not the best, Trev, is it? But it's all about just personnel on the pitch as well, sorting this out amongst themselves, communicating. We said that before the game started. Just even game management as well, so many times this season, but especially tonight as well. Getting your goals, just slow the game down. Slow the game down on throw-ins, free kicks. Go on. Oh. Just, why are we just keep all the ball, man? Yeah. Yeah. Panic football, panic station, chat. Still 9 minutes. Just keep hold of the ball, plan me, please. Oh, keep hold of the ball. Hugo, lad, I need a big 9 minutes from you, please, lad. All these. They've thrown Romero and everyone up front, which is fair play. But come on, lads. Ebu, you're on. Hang on, Romero's on a yellow card and he's just done that. Yeah, I was going to say, ref. It's a red card for Romero. I was going to say, he just shoved him. Fair play, referee. I was going to say, he just shoved Canate. So Romero's off. Silly, and that's what we said in the build-up as well, chat, innit? Look at this. Well, you can't see, sorry. But he shoves. Oh yeah, he kicks out on Ebu. That's ridiculous. That's what we were saying in the build-up chat today. Everyone that's ever watched Romero play a game of football, stupid. He's the captain of Tottenham and he's doing that. You've got a lot of momentum, but Romero, don't be kicking out, lad. Your team's literally been battering Liverpool for the best part of like the second half as well when you've got 10 men. So Liverpool up against 9 men here. But if there's a way to lose this game against 9 men, Liverpool will find a way. Just being our season. Right, if we can't beat 9 men, chat, then, yeah. Finish the season now. Romero with a free kick. Not Romero, Porro, sorry. With a free kick. 35 yards out. Centre of the goal. Ali's the centre of the... Ali, keep hold of that ball now, lads. Right, come on. But yeah, chat. Yeah, I seen that first when I seen that play. But I tell you what, chat, we can't keep the ball against 9 men. And there's a bit of, well, more than just a lack of ill discipline here from Tottenham. It's ridiculous. If you're a Tottenham fan watching this in the ground or even watching at home, ridiculous. These players have literally thrown the manager under the bus as well. Chat. Come on here, Eds. We're against 9 men. Sorry there, chat. I have to quickly adjust Gags' post-match time. You are having a laugh. Oh, bear. Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Why? We're against 9 men and we can't keep hold of the ball. It's embarrassing. We're getting battered by 9 men. We're getting absolutely battered by 9 men. What are we doing today? Ball into the box, clear by Virgil. Virgil, can you start helping the team out, please? Gags will be live after the full-time whistle, chat. Get out. Come on, man. Keep hold of the ball. Right, Ali, stay in the ground for half an hour, can you please, lads? But I'm sorry, even if we win this game, this is an embarrassment, mate. This has been the story of our season this season. This year, sorry. This season. Oh, what are we doing? Keep hold of the ball! This is embarrassing. This is I'm putting this down as the worst performance of the season. And we've been battered sometimes this season. Well, Robert, ball into the box. Van Dijk. Keep hold of it, please. You literally think we've got 9 men on the pitch. Get up. But chat, wow. This is one of the worst halves of football we've seen from Liverpool this season. Over there, chat. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's any level of football. Keep hold of the ball. Second ball again, straight to a Tottenham player. I don't know if we can. Do you want to press him? Lads? So, probably be an extra minute or so added on as well, given the red card. This is an all-time shocker for Liverpool, chat. Even if we do get 3 points, this is one of the worst performances I've seen from a Liverpool team in a very long time. It's just mad how footballers can't pass to each other. Like, they're all talented, technical footballers, but they're not communicating with each other at all. Like, there's so much space on the pitch if they can actually just... Oh, Rana, please. He's taking off Ekatike. And I swear, if we concede here with Hugo going off... Play it, Hugo, lads. Yeah, come pass for him, mate. Yeah. If you don't laugh, chat, you'll cry. So, Robbo's off, and Rio's come on. So we're putting another defender on an extra midfielder on when we're against 9 men. Yeah, it's ridiculous, that. Silly foul. And fair play. Referees had it spot on today with the yellows and that. At the minute, mate, I think, yeah, it's just a bit of fatigue, really, I think, with Hugo, mate. But Gags will be live with you in about 5 minutes as well, chat. Still probably a couple more minutes left in this game. So Gags, just a slight change, obviously given the extra time that was added on. Gags will be live at 35 minutes past. Or 25 to 8. It's probably going to be an extra minute or so added on here, Reds, but... Chat, massive thank you to everyone tuning in tonight, Reds. Much appreciated. Liverpool, come on, can we see this out? You are new to Anfield Index, first time tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that subscribe button down and follow us. So, there's a minute added on. Oh, punched away by Ali. I tell you what, Johnson should be scoring that. Oh, there we go. Fair play, Tottenham. Fair play to those Tottenham players, chat. Furious with that performance, Reds, if I'm being honest. Just goes to show how poor we've been so far this season. Against 9 men. 9 men, and we couldn't, as Trev mentioned before, come past wind. But, chat, we got there in the end. Eventually. But an embarrassment, really. An embarrassment performance. But, yeah, Hugo Ekatike, and fair play to Isaac and Ekatike, because I tell you what, without their goals and their finishing tonight, it certainly would have been a completely different game tonight. But, Eds, it's all well and good getting the 3 points. But that was an embarrassment performance, I'm sorry. Fair play to Tottenham players, but, yeah, we need to quickly start playing better. And for me, that's not an Arne Slot. I know Arne Slot can't control these players as well. It's all about the personnel on the pitch. Sometimes the players need to sort it out themselves. But Eds, massive thank you for everyone that's tuned in tonight. Gags will be live in the next 60 seconds. No Gags and the lads will be plenty to get stuck into, Reds. But for now, Reds, have a lovely rest of your Christmas as well. Have a lovely anyone celebrating Christmas this season as well. I will see you for the Wolves game at Anfield, of course, in a couple of days' time. But Reds, have a lovely Christmas, everyone, or anyone celebrating any festive holiday periods as well at this time. Enjoy it. Eat as much as you possibly can. Enjoy it. Laugh with the people that are special to you as well. And Reds, enjoy. I'll see you very soon. And yeah, look after yourselves, Reds. And yeah, we got there in the end. But by Lord, eventually. But Reds, thank you everyone for tuning in. See you later.